I always love this cute little stream starting soon scene. I love seeing Neff every time we start, even if there is no Neff in the game.
One day there will be. We'll have a crossover episode.
Okay, here we are. Let's see. Is the volume all good? It looks like it is. Gotta be careful because last time around, when my microphone decided to off itself,
that was a wild 5 minutes.
Yeah, that was. I don't even know what happened there.
Quite funny on our end.
I was trying to. I figured out what it was. I wanted to find the person who lost the game of poker against Tamar. Because I don't know why, but apparently he had some significance that I wrote down in my notes. I'm gonna read.
I feel like many people have lost against Tamar.
They were somebody that you were
I
asking...
wrote it in my notes.
Oh, I remember the person you're talking of.
Yeah.
Okay, well... Oh, also, I have a quick question before we begin. I have 2 questions that are very, very important. The first question is, was it the Twisted Noodle, or was it the Twisty Noodle? What was the place called?
Twisted, I think. Twisted Noodle.
Twisted Noodle, okay. Cool.
Nice.
That was the first major important world-building note that I needed to clarify for myself, because it's actually, for some reason, not in my actual notes. It's just written as a bar.
Of course.
So there's that, thank you.
In case you want to go back to the Twisted Noodle.
Now, who exactly is at this bar? Core, you were there. Who was with you? Jade, you were there. Verdridi, did you come along to this?
Got punched.
Yeah, I think we all went along.
Everyone? Okay. So you all went?
At least to the bar.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Except
Okay.
Penny, because Tamar decided not to bring Penny. Still upset.
Try to convince it to... I was rewatching part of the session, watching Core try to convince to take him to the gambling arena. Like, it'll be fun in the underworld, man.
It'll be
He's
fun.
a strong, independent dog. Okay, I would like you fellow adventurers to roll for recap for me.
Cool.
And I would like whoever rolls closest to 2
17.
to attempt a recap.
Did you say 2?
Yes.
Or 20?
2.
17. Okay.
17, actually.
17, 38.
16.
Oh, god damn.
You
Alright,
can do
let's go.
it. This was your moment.
The core cap.
Yep.
8.
Godspeed.
Oh god. How did it start? Just start me off there, Aelin.
Time skip.
Yes. And we were on the boat and we wanted to get off. No, during the time skip we interrogated Dariel. That was a thing that happened. Turns out Dariel's a bit of an asshole and he wants to kill people on his list. Core kind of outed him for that. Then we found out that the reason Dariel's doing it is because his son is being held captive and he lost his husband at some point along the way. So he's been lying to everyone and Jade doesn't like Dariel at all. They have a little bit of an altercation between Jade and Core, and technically everyone's kind of a bit grumpy. Then we put Dariel in jail, which was fine. The time skip goes by, we sneak Dariel off the boat, we get paid by Captain Stronghand, then we go into Capital, and we finally get to the big city. Baron dresses in a clown suit because for some dodgy reason, Baron doesn't want anyone to know who Baron is. We walk into the town, we see a half-orc man walking his chihuahua around the bank. We're just like, wow, that's Tamar. So we go up to him. Because of the dog, he recognizes Core. Sad times. We have a little chat. We tell him that Dariel's been trying to kill him. He seems relatively unbothered, but asked to meet us later at the Twisted Noodle. Something else might have happened there. We learned some information that I can't currently remember if anyone else wants to jump in.
I mean, I wrote down the information that Jade was interested in, which was there was a patron who was involved with Medusa, who was a notable mobster who wanted Tamar killed. Dariel's tattoo sort of suggests that he also works for Medusa. There were people who, with that tattoo, kind of often came into his business. One of them, in particular, who lost against Tamar in a poker game, was 6 foot tall, dark piercing gaze.
That happened.
Yep.
Then, Jade throws down with Tamar for some reason.
No, hang on a second. He tried to
throws down
punch
with
me.
Jade.
He tried to punch me.
No, I think Jade tried to punch him first.
That's not true.
Tamar threw a fake punch, but Jade reacted
threw a fake punch.
in defense.
I rolled to see whether Jade understood it was a fake punch, and he didn't. So he defended himself, and then Tamar went ham, and Jade didn't do anything. He was like, I won't fight you, because he didn't want to.
So then Tamar was sad and walked away and refused to let Core walk Penny, which made Core sad in turn. Then we went to the temple where Judy decided to leave the Olivers / Oliver and Oscar and Cloud. I think that's everyone. We want to keep refuge safe. We leave them there, and Baron sees a woman sleeping, recognizes her, but decides not to interact. We don't know that that's Baron's sister, apparently. So we leave without Baron doing anything or raising awareness to the situation. We decide to go to Avros's house because that's where we want to stay, or Core recommends we want to stay there. We turn up there and there's a note on the door which says BRB gone to jail, which is one of my favorite moments in the game. So Core dumps everyone in the house and then goes to find Avros, who is indeed in jail, looking, again, fairly unbothered. So he breaks him out of jail and finds out he was in jail for littering, which is such a hardcore event. They walk back to the house, and Avros is pretty welcoming to everyone. He has some interesting proclivities, but we kind of ignore those. Avros is just happy to have company. And we decide to leave him in his house while we go and meet Tamar, because we don't think it's a great idea for Avros and Tamar to be meeting up, considering the circumstances. So we leave Avros behind, and we go to the Twisted Noodle, where Tamar is waiting without Penny. There is a Minotaur bartender who we kind of shaft, and Core takes over making the drinks. He makes a fruity cocktail. It's wonderful. And Tamar was more specific information revealed here. This is where my memory fails again. Anybody?
That was when we learnt about the Medusa thing. I've got it wrong.
Okay, that was when we learnt that.
Yeah,
and he wants us to come to the black market, and we're going to meet him there soon.
Yeah.
I think we're on our way there, pretty much.
We're pretty much on the way, yeah.
Yeah. Well, right now where we've
I-
left off, you guys have a few
We're
hours
on
left
the way.
before we go, because it'll be about.
Yeah.
Quite like to find armor before we do that.
Yeah, we have. It's like 6, 7 p.m. I just remember.
Do we
something I
have
forgot to
any money?
Yeah, we just got paid
Yeah.
big time.
Yeah, but can we divvy that out? How much
Yeah,
we
it's
get?
already been done.
Oh,
Y'all
okay.
all got. Hang on, I have this in my notes too.
Yeah, it was Virginia who
everybody
divvied it
got
out.
$12.50 each.
Damn. I just wrote
12
Moy.
gold and
This is how I
50
think-
silver.
That's how I think money's spelled, apparently.
12 gold and 50 silver.
No, it's 1250 gold.
Yeah, 1,250 gold.
That's a lot of coin.
I think it was 5k total that was given in a bag to
Yep.
Yeah,
Vidridi.
and then I.
Part of it is payment,
Yeah,
and part of
even
it is
math.
sort of like
I
a.
already have 50 platinum.
I'm rich.
Yeah, you guys have money. You guys
I have
money.
more money than
Yep.
Brian has at level 14.
But that's because
funny.
Brian is a pauper prince.
That's true.
Brian's been doing them resurrections, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Core's just hoarding his gold like, yes, this is all mine.
Better start saving money
No.
in case you
Neff
do
can
any,
pay for it.
any resurrections soon.
Don't.
Do I have?
I'm fucking with you.
Let me just pull up my computer
Okay.
here, just in case. Well, I'll need this later.
Um.
There is one other
Like-
piece of information that is noteworthy enough for me to mention to you again, which is that you all would have noticed, or if I forget exactly how we did it, if not everybody noticed specifically what it was, but that Stronghand seemed at the last moment in that teleportation circle as they were being whisked away. Stronghand did seem to drop something that looked akin to the D8 that you didn't actually find yourselves
Fuck.
in that dungeon when you were there.
Strong hands working for the boys. He's looking for the boys.
Oh, and we have to be back at the docks at
In like
sorry,
a day.
6 a.m. day after tomorrow.
Yeah.
we have a day.
So
to
you've got the
ourselves.
evening, then you've got a full day for all the stuff that you want to do, and then you've got the extreme early morning of the day after that.
Mm-hmm.
So, without further ado, travelers, adventurers, and fighters, you find yourselves where we last left off at the Twisted Noodle, facing each other, looking towards the doorway as Tamar
Making more drinks.
has just exited. Corey, you're making drinks. Tamar left without paying the tab, so you're all there to your own devices now. So, it's about 6:30 p.m. So you've got about 5 hours till the underground black market opens. Core, you're the only person out of everyone here who would have probably been there. I don't think Baron is the type that would have gone to a place like that. Seeing as it is kind of dirty and filled with lowlifes, kind of. That's what
People who are
Filled with
beneath
paupers.
Yes,
of course.
exactly.
Rich, some of them are rich. Okay.
Yeah.
Rich paupers.
Rich paupers.
They're all
Rich peasants.
paupers in my eyes.
Rich peasants.
Rich peasants. Core, you would know where
It's
it
like
is.
gentrified.
Core, you would also know that it's interestingly built. It's in a secret location. You kind of have to walk through a fake wall at a very specific time of the day in order to be able to.
9 and 3. Anyway.
It's
Is
exactly
it like
that.
those French raves where you get texted the address like an hour beforehand? Not that I've ever been to any of those, but like
No, the location would be the same every time. It's
okay.
just a location nearby the marketplace. You walk behind a specific store. Core can decide
Gotcha.
where exactly that is. I'll let that be up to Core. But there'll be a sort of like bit of the wall that kind of separates the districts from one another, through which a specific portion of which is fake at a certain point in time, which you can walk through. Oh, Aelin? Hello. Welcome back. You can walk through
It's
it.
just gonna do this today. I'm sorry.
That's all good. As long as if there's any important information that you miss, just hit me up and we'll go over it. But otherwise, that can be accessed. Oh my god, that can be accessed through during a short period of time of about 10 minutes, right after midnight. And you can always exit through the other side. Corey, you would also know that this place is pretty big. It's underground in a sort of big chamber that's been like manually built. It's all floating on water, so it's kind of like neat and interesting
Cool.
and kind of cool, glows in the dark kind of thing. And there's a lot of sketchy people there. There's
It's like a little Venice.
It's like split into two sections. You've got a gambling section, which is open all the way until the black market actually closes at 6 a.m. And there's a marketplace there as well, where illicit things are sold and bought and traded. That's open from about 4 a.m. until about 6. There are other things that you can find there for the most part, and it always changes. It's not like a very regulated sort of area, let's say. So there's all sorts of things that can be found there.
I would like to buy armor before we go there
Sure.
because I am scared for my life.
All right. Where would you like to go in that case? You are at this bar. The bartender hasn't returned yet. You haven't paid the
Quick.
bill.
Let's do a dine and dash.
Okay, I will slip a gold piece or like a silver piece onto the bar. Or how much were the drinks?
Well, you don't know how much they are.
Because
Okay,
Core made them.
Jade, you've never been
Cool.
to Capital, and
I
I
have
don't know.
no
if you-
idea how much money is.
I don't even know if you've
Um,
ever ordered a drink yourself. So this is.
No, I haven't. I don't understand the concept of money. So what I will do is I will just be like, look over my shoulder and just put a single copper piece on the bar.
a single
Like,
copper piece.
this is the smallest one. You had a drink. Drink is not that much big of a deal. Okay.
The highest of
Core's gone.
insults.
He's gone.
I run. I follow Core.
All right, you guys run. Virginia, are you leaving as well? Baron, what are you guys doing? You following suit?
Leave stylishly.
Stylish. Roll me a performance check.
Okay.
Let's see how stylish you are. If it's a nat one, you're gonna trip over, and the barkeeper's gonna find you.
Let's see.
Well, I find my
Performance.
marketplace notes.
1.
You are unabashedly stylish. You're putting everybody else to shame with how stylish you are. Even Core kind of notices this stylishness before his eyes.
Here I am.
For like a millisecond.
Where on earth did I leave this? D&D, my campaign notes. Shops. Cool. I just have this here just in case. Let me just move this up here. Please do not fall, I beg of you. Okay. So,
Yeah, I guess your trading will leave a little bit of money on the counter.
how much money is Virginia leaving behind?
Core's like, weak sauce.
People gotta work. She's gonna leave how much would she assume that drinks are, assuming
In-
that she's been to bars in her life?
If... Okay, I think you would know how much drinks cost, just in general. This
Yeah.
sort of place looks like a kind of place where it's like, the drinks are pretty cheap. This is kind of a... this is closer to the poorer areas of the city. So drinks here are generally maybe 5 copper per drink at the very most.
4 copper because there's already one on the counter.
4 copper, because
Okay.
there's one already on
Just
the counter.
heads up there, boys.
Yeah,
Per
I would
drink.
say Core
she'll-
probably had 2 drinks and he made Tamar one, so technically it was 3 drinks.
So up to you. It's up to you to decide however much you'd like to leave. Who knows? This might influence very important events in the game very early on. This will change the outcome of the finale of the session. Session 57 is
She'll
when the
leave a
game's ending.
silver
We are
piece on.
chased from now on forever by a distressed barman.
The barman becomes the actual main enemy of the campaign.
Coin. Yeah.
So how much are you leaving? Sorry.
She'll leave 2 silver pieces.
All right, 2. So let me just write that down. This is very important information. 2 SP, 1 CP. Cool. Cool. All right, and you leave the bar. You don't see the bartender come back as you kind of leave. Now, in front of you, you're kind of in an area where there's a lot of like small restaurants and cheap little shops. It seems like the little shops here have already closed. Verdri, Core, Baron, everyone except Jade, and Dariel, I guess, because he hasn't really been here that much, would know that there's a marketplace, like a sort of general area where you can buy all sorts of things, including... is it on this page? You can buy food, armor, weapons, have potions made there, and there's also other things that you can do that I won't go through in extreme detail unless you're looking for something specific. That marketplace exists if you'd like to go there. Aside from that place specifically, there is stuff traded on the black market after 4 a.m., but that's a long wait from now, so those are the places where you can obtain armor should you like to do so.
Let's get some coffee so we can make sure we're all awake for 4 a.m.
Alright, so you...
Yeah, we gotta stay up.
Yeah.
Alright, so around
Let's
the
have
corner...
a strategic nap now.
Yeah.
Start getting ready at 9. Get on the
actually-
like whatever closest line at 10.
Actually, yeah, okay. Yeah, you would have all been normally rested after the time skip. Cool.
Keo Ino Kashira. All
Um,
the ship.
So, you walk down the road a little bit, and to your left and your right, across from the road from each other, you see 2 identical Starbuckses now.
Yeah.
You,
Now we're in my town.
you would, if you walk around a little bit, you will kind of stumble across what look
More
like...
Starbucks.
More Starbucks. Even more. You see a 3rd, a 4th, and a 5th, all in...
Are we in Tokyo? Where is
Yeah.
this?
You see a few more... Okay, what can we... Star dollars. This is the... Star pieces, we'll call it. These are the coffee shops that you see. So you see...
Star Gold.
Star
Yeah,
Gold. Golden Star. The Golden Star
Golden
coffee shop.
Star.
It's the most prolific coffee chain in all of existence. It perforates every plane. Everybody knows of it. And the coffee is generally thought to be pretty But people like it anyway, you know. It's
You've got to like
popular with
a lot
the
of,
younger
customize
generation.
it with like triple fudge shot soy milk.
They
Yeah.
sell frappuccinos, all that sort of
A
stuff.
lot of nobles' daughters go there and have portrait artists draw them holding their cups.
So you see about 5 of these shops kind of around you in this sort of general area if you'd like to get some coffee.
I would
Otherwise-
like to search for a home-owned, small business for coffee shop.
Those home-owned
It's the coffee
businesses
shop.
are not in this area, but if you do try to
I'm
search for
great.
them at Core, you probably know that those kind of places are already closed at this time of
No,
day.
I'm fine.
Peach frappuccino, let's go.
All right.
Oh yeah, you tried it.
Yeah, I did try it the other day.
Yeah, is it good?
It's pretty good. Yeah. I mean, I didn't like the little actual peach thing because I thought it would taste like peach and it just tasted like sugar. And
It
I was
tasted
sad.
jelly, but it's really pretty.
It's pretty. Yeah.
Dario looks to you. I kind of liked it.
Where I'm,
You don't get to
Where
talk,
I'm-
and Cork keeps walking.
he's still on my back.
Yeah.
I just want to put that out there. Just remember that, guys.
Can I take some glittery sticky tape and just put it over Dariel's mouth?
Yes. Yeah, sure.
Yes.
I'm gonna say that Core would definitely be carrying around something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And his shibari rope. He just has that at all times.
All right,
I
he's
was
gonna
actually thinking about the
he's gonna
Shibari
try
rope.
struggle and protest with his mouth. So I want you to roll a dexterity check against his mouth athletics at a disadvantage to see if you can
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Well,
All
way
right.
to start the day, boys.
Yeah, he did. Okay, he didn't do that well. You look fabulous while doing it as well. You actually make it look graceful.
I stick it on good.
You stick it on so hard that it actually hurts him a little bit.
Dariel's just becoming an e-girl with all the rope being added to his outfit and
Yeah.
the glitter tape. He's just like his
He is
outfit, his
becoming an
vibe
e-girl.
now screams like choke me TikTok.
Choke. He's gonna get one of those crop tops, choke me daddy.
Choke me daddy, and it's like
Oh my god.
he films himself
Oh, it
dancing
definitely has
at
that
type
somewhere.
speed.
Jesus.
Canon, Dariel has a TikTok account.
Daryl's TikTok account. People are getting worried because he hasn't posted in a day or two now.
No, they've moved on. The moment he doesn't post for like every day in a row.
Nobody
Maybe
remembers.
we can't, Daryl.
Dariel, who? Von Banana Beaker, what? I don't think so. Okay,
No.
so you're
Each
walking.
frappuccinos.
Are you going towards the marketplace in that case? Is that what I can safely presume from your desire to find
Yeah.
armor?
Let's see what I can do. What do I want?
I also want armor.
I don't know if I'm just gonna have a look around.
You can buy a fair few things. I mean, at this time of day, a lot of the more niche stuff is going to be closed, but in terms of buying armor, food, weapons...
I want to buy weapons.
You're
yeah.
a bard.
Hey, bards could have weapons.
What
Mhm.
are you gonna do?
Like stylish.
Wiggle it.
daggers.
That's what my bard does. He just wiggles it in front of him like ah, and hopes.
Hey, you know, you roll performance, you can maybe scare somebody. You know, roll intimidation. We've got ways.
Exactly.
Can be it's cosplay. Okay, there's all sorts of uses. Okay.
Weapons.
In that case, there is a major. If you're okay, so you walk into the marketplace and you're looking around you, and there are a whole lot of stalls around here. I want all of you to roll for me perception checks while we're looking, so I give you an idea of what's around.
18 plus 2. 20.
Lol.
We're starting good today.
Nice.
16.
Nice.
11.
Okay.
17.
Nice. Okay.
38.
Baron, you're not really paying a whole lot of attention. It's hard to see past your clown wig and big nose, but everybody else, you're on your toes being observant. For the most part, you can see that a lot of these, like I was saying earlier, all the smaller shops that specialize in random niche things like cute letters and diaries and bookbinding and that sort of stuff. Those places are all closed at this point. It is kind of late in the evening.
Cole definitely likes Kiki K.
If you'd like to come back here in the morning, they'll all be open again, most likely. But you do see that the largest, most standout shop in front of you, kind of in the center of all the other shops, is a very huge armory with like a crest and a picture of a lion's head. It looks like on the front of the
Under
shield,
Armour.
with like a with the sword, like behind, like you got the shield, you got the sword behind it. It looks cool. It's like the little logo. And there's no name. That's just in front of you, and it looks open. It's very well lit at the moment inside, but you can tell it's an armory from that. Other places around, you can see there's another smaller sort of armory nearby, and if you choose to look any further, you might find a few more. There's also another Gold Star coffee shop on the other side. So there's a few places to explore. But if you'd like to look for weapons and armor, it seems like this is a good place to find weapons, first of all. If you'd like to look for armor, there's a small armory nearby.
I'm not really interested in
Let's
armor, so I'm gonna just say I'll meet you back here and have a wander.
Okay.
Cool.
Dario looks to the rest of you.
Nice. Yeah, I'm just easier if he's I just take him away.
Dario somewhere safe.
He's safe on my back.
I agree.
But we want to parade him around. Whatever.
Yeah, it's a good accessory with all that glittery.
I've already got a shawl over him.
Wait, I can
Okay.
disguise him. He's
Oh, and
already
he
been
does look like Dario.
Okay.
He's
Yeah,
saying
he's
Baron.
disguised as
Baron,
Darren.
yeah, Baron. Who does he look like?
Darren.
Darren, of course. And his backstory, in case I need to tell it to anyone.
He's a new fashion accessory.
Oh, I was gonna say he's like
His real
part of
backstory.
the circus with the clown. Called
Okay.
Barry.
He's part of the circus.
Barry the clown. He's his close companion. I understand. Okay,
All right.
I'll be back, and I leave. I'll walk off.
Alright,
Trudy
you-
will actually go with Jade just to.
Bye, everyone. I will miss you. Not very much. Core goes into the armory.
All right. So, Corey, you go into the armory. The two of you and Dario go off to have a little walk. Baron, where are you going?
Going to the weapons.
Weapons. Okay, so we've got weapons, armory, and a brisk walk. So, let's start off first with Core and his weapons. So, you walk into the armory.
Wait,
Core
you-
Baron.
Oh, sorry. So not weapons. You walk into the armory for your armor, and you see like a sort of short, scruffy, curly-haired gnome behind the counter. You can barely make him out, given how high the counter goes and how short he is compared to the counter. You can see his nose up, and that's what you can see. He's got
I guess
brown
I'm on the same
eyes,
level.
tan skin, ginger hair, and He looks like he's got his eyes closed and doesn't say anything to you as you walk in.
I get down on his level and just like wait.
Okay.
I reach out and poke his nose.
How hard do you poke his nose?
Pretty hard.
Pretty hard? Okay. He wakes up with a snortle. Good day.
Evening.
Evening. How may I help you today?
I was after some armor.
Armor, yes, we have armor. What kind of armor would you like?
Perchance anything attractive.
Attractive. I think all armor looks attractive, but we'll have a look. We have light armor, medium armor, heavy armor. What suits you? What are you looking for?
I think I can only wear up to medium, unfortunately.
Okay. Oh, we also
Something
sell,
like
if you're interested, we sell shield too.
Eh.
So, light armor and medium, or are you looking for just medium?
Probably just medium. Light won't do very much, will it?
Just medium. Okay, let me have a look through my catalog. And he starts flipping through like a little notebook that he has. We have hide, chain, scale, breastplate, half plate.
Do you have any mithril?
They're all are good.
No.
Do you know anywhere that sells it?
Anywhere that sells mithril armor. Mithril armor is hard to come across. But maybe you could ask the armory. They're a little bit bigger and they also sell armor too. They sell weapons mostly, but they might have it.
And where's that?
Oh, it's just on the other side of this shop.
Alright, ciao. He goes away.
Alright, Jade, we'll cut back to you. You enter the weapons store.
No, I don't.
Baron
You do-
does.
Baron.
Oh, Baron was going to the weapons store.
I do not. I have no
That was
interest in
me.
weapons.
Right, I mixed that up, sorry. Baron, you walk into the weapons store, and you see... My god, where are my list of names? You see a very, very big, huge, 7-foot something tabaxi, question mark, fiery yellow fur, yellow eyes, piercing gaze. He's huge, buff. He's wearing shorts, cargo shorts, and nothing much else. He doesn't seem to have any weapons on him. And he looks you, he looks you up and down as you sort of enter with this sort of skeptical look. And says, "Good evening. How may I help you?"
You
I
look
love this
just
guy.
like my buddy Cloud.
He winks a couple. He blinks a couple times. Cloud. I do not know a Cloud.
Oh, I forgot his name. Might have been like Wind or something. Or whatever. one of my companions.
You have a tabaxi friend.
Vaxi, cat, same thing.
Wow.
I want you to okay, Baron. I want you to roll for me a charisma saving throw. That's the thing. Is that
Oh
a thing?
shit. Yes, it is definitely a thing.
Okay, I've never even heard of anybody using that, but let's do it.
It will.
Like
Just
this-
you wait.
This is the situation.
30-20.
30-20. Okay, he kind of frowns. They are not the same thing. How can I help you?
What do you have for sale here?
Weapons. What are you
can
after?
I take a look?
Well, we don't have many on display, but you can have a look, yes. And if you look around, you'll see a few different, varied kinds of weapons. Let me have a look at which ones of these would be hanging off the walls. You see an unarmed strike hanging on the... No, you don't see that. That's listed as a thing that can be... That's listed as a zero cost thing on this list of stuff I have. I'd like to buy
I'll
an
give you a
unarmed strike.
punch for free.
That's funny. You see some random weapons. You see a crossbow. You see a net. You see small swords. You see daggers. You see axes. You see
Sure.
slingshots, darts. It's like it's a variety of things.
Short swords.
I want some pretty daggers.
Pretty
Like
daggers.
the holographic ones.
Yeah. I want some.
Shuriken!
Shuriken. Let me have a look in the back if I can
Throwing
find
knife.
something. And the large tabaxi walks back behind the counter, back into some office that you can't see to have a look for a dagger. At this point, Corey, you walk in.
Ah, it's the Baron one.
Baron, you'd see Corey walk in.
Hello.
Alright.
Or
What did you just call him?
Door.
What?
Nerd.
Nerd? Okay, whatever.
Nerd.
Okay, I'm gonna
Nerd.
try and find some armor.
That's what
Alright.
I heard.
That's all I heard too.
Yep.
You look around, and along the walls and stuff, you see only weapons here. And at this point, the very large Tabaxi comes back. I already forgot what I said his height was.
7 foot.
Was it just straight 7 foot?
What?
No.
Okay. He
Oh,
comes
what a
back.
beautiful cat.
Something.
Yeah, 7 foot something. I think it's 7'4", but I'll just write it down so I don't actually forget. My
What a
notes
That
just
is
beautiful
very
cat.
tall boy. Yeah, what a
That's what I
beautiful
said.
cat.
big cat. He looks like a lion. He walks back and he's holding a couple of daggers. They look like they're jewel encrusted around the handle, but aside from that, they look very similar to all the other daggers.
Damn, Baron.
We have these.
Thank-
Hello, welcome.
Hey. Oh, wait.
He kind of nods in your direction and looks
How
back
much?
at Baron. How much? These are 5 gold pieces each.
5 gold pieces each. How many are there?
He's got 2 in his hands.
Did you say jewel encrusted?
They are. That's what they look like. Yes.
Jade's not gonna like that.
It's fine, I'm not there.
Ooh boy. Ooh.
So who's like, okay. And then, do you have any other magical things?
Magical things. What kind of magical thing are you after? We do it. Okay, I'll be upfront with you, and he looks to you as well. And you, if you're after anything, we do not stock magical items this late at night. Usually, we can order them in for you, and they can come within maybe 2 days if you're willing to wait, depending on what you're after. However, we do not stock magical items in the store. I hope you understand.
Do you have any mithril?
Mithril armor, we do not. But
I
we
was
can, and he looks through like a little tiny pocket notebook that he has on the counter. We can order some in if you'd like.
What if I pay you more? Can you get it here quicker?
That is not up to me. So I advise you not to pay extra for that service. And he kind of smiles.
How long is that gonna take?
I would say, and he kind of thinks for a second, 2 days at the most. Tomorrow morning if you're extremely lucky.
Alright, I'll place an order, but do you have anything I could loan for tonight?
Loan for tonight. We don't usually do loans, but what are
My
you...
life is in danger and it's very precious.
Okay, I understand. Protection, self-defense. We specialize in all these things. What kind of weapon would you like to loan?
Armor.
Armor? We do
I'm not hitting anyone with weapons. That is heavy, hard work.
We have some standard leather armor if you'd like, but we don't sell much armor. We can order in some of the more exclusive luxury items. That is something we can do. However, if you're looking for actual armor, I would advise going to the armory, just around the corner.
I was told this was the armory.
We are both armories, but we do weapons mostly, and they do armor mostly.
Okay, can I place an order for mithril armor?
Yes. What name would that be under?
Rock. R-O-K.
R.O.K. Oh, I think I've heard of you. I've never met you. Prolific customer. You order a lot of items. I've heard of you many times before.
Yes, that's me.
It's actually an honor to meet you. I will definitely try to get it here by
Thank you,
tomorrow
I appreciate
midday, latest.
Cool.
How should we get into contact when the order comes? And he starts writing his notes.
Hey Thomas, how does contacting people work? So we don't exactly have phones in this world.
If you can use a sending,
That's what you think.
you can text me at 0800.
Wouldn't that just be brilliant? Just if everybody whipped out selfie.
See, okay, look, if you have Apple iPhone,
You cut open an apple and carve it.
generally the way messaging works, if you have sendings, you can just use sendings or ask somebody to use a sending. If not, then you can use messenger pigeons at the post office, which can find people directly, as long as you tell them who you're looking for. If you give them a description and a general location, the pigeons can usually find them with relative ease.
Sending sounds good.
Yes, okay. Do you have anybody that can organize the sending for you?
Maybe Avros? Maybe.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Maybe.
as long as you
It's
can
like
get him here tonight, then we can organize it with this Avros person.
Wait, sorry, if I what tonight?
As long as you can get them to come here tonight, we can arrange with this Avros person to send a sending to you when it arrives.
Okay, how much is it going to be?
Well, nothing yet. We don't take deposits.
How much is it going to be when it arrives?
That I'm not sure about. We've never actually stocked mithril armor before.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm going to need to have a good long talk with Avros, but I will be back. Sounds good. Can I loan some armor?
Well, we have leather armor in stock if you'd like to loan that. For that, we do take deposit.
How much?
Let me just check.
It's beautifully convoluted. I love it.
Oh my goodness, this is so much.
It feels very real.
For leather armor, it is 5 gold piece for loan, 10 gold piece to outright buy. And of course, upon returning the armor in its original or better condition, we return your deposit.
Oh.
However, if you return it in worse condition, then we will take the necessary fixing fee, cleaning fee, whatever it may be, out of the deposit and give you the rest back.
And what would the leather armor bring my AC up to?
I don't know. It's,
How projected would I be?
its armor class is 11 plus dex modifier. But I don't know how exactly that
It's
would...
only going to bring me up to 12. You know what? I'm good. I'm going to go find my patron who will do the sendings for me and possibly the paying, but that is a long conversation I have yet to have. Thank you, my friend. Please put it down. And he leaves the store.
Understood. Rock mithril armor tomorrow. Yes, sorry. Baron. Oh, yeah, he doesn't know your name.
I
You,
didn't tell you my
sir.
name.
Mr. Clown. And
Yours?
we will cut back to you shortly. Let's cut quickly now
Okay.
to the other three, sorry, who have gone on a little walk. I would like the two of you to roll for me some perception checks as you walk through the marketplace very quickly.
Natural 20.
Oh, okay.
26.
And Verdrini?
13.
13? Okay, Verdrini, you're for the most part just kind of looking around. You do notice, both of you notice, that there are a fair few temples around here. Small, almost shrines, but they're a little bit more permanent than that. That have been kind of... There's a lot of deities that these are dedicated to. Various ones, which I can go through, which I have a list of if you'd like me to go through. But they're kind of there. You see the schools of magic kind of around you as well, as you kind of walk around close to the district where the market meets the academic sort of area, near the Temple of Illustrate, where you originally left Cloud and the two Olivers. Jade, you see something interesting. As you're walking by,
yeah.
you're walking by the shops that are closed, and something strikes you, like a blow to your
Ow.
brain. In your peripherals, you see there's a shop with sketches kind of hung up on the walls. Now, this is a closed sort of shop, and it's hard to see very well into here. Do you have dark vision? Actually, you have a glowing thing inside of you, so you're kind of fine
I
anyway.
glow.
So you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
I see that.
You see a specific sketch
Oh,
of
I think it...
a figure that you recognize, actually, holding a book in their hand that you also
Yep.
recognize, and you could tell from the sketch. You can tell this
Funnily
is
enough,
the
I
very
was
specific
looking.
person.
for something like this.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the first point of order would be before any of this happened, I would have turned around to Driti and just said, "I want to be alone."
Okay.
Okay,
Jade!
and I leave.
Yeah.
Ooh.
In
Okay.
which case, Rudy will just say, I will be at the temple if you need.
Okay, I might see you. I might.
All right.
Anyway.
We've got almost the entire party split. Excellent. Rodrigo, you go off to the temple. Jade,
Yep.
you
Yep.
you look through the window. You can see, for the
Yep.
most part, there are a lot of scrolls, papers, brushes, ink bottles kind of on this desk. It looks like whoever works here draws for a living in some form.
It's
You
Emma.
can see a lot of caricatures on the wall of what look like happy patrons.
Aw.
One of
No
which...
one I draw
Not
is
Emma.
happy, so it can't be me. You know me. Everyone I draw is tragic and dying. Anyway.
But the drawing of the figure that you recognize is of them standing upright, facing away, with a book under their arm. The book being the dark black tome, emblazoned with a red Celtic pattern.
The
That
same
you
one
recognize.
I found in my temple.
Yeah, this is the same one that you would have come across in your history at some point. But this
In
is
my
the only
temple.
one that doesn't look like it's like a caricature that seems like it was commissioned by like a patron coming in. It seems more so like this was because of your natural 20, that this was something that the artist would have seen and been so stricken by that he felt like drawing it. They felt like drawing it.
Okay, I want to take the picture down and enter the
You
shop. with
cannot. It is behind glass.
I
Unless you
will
want
enter
to
the
break
shop.
in. The shop is closed.
it. No, I'll enter the shop and
How are you entering the shop? It is closed at the moment.
oh,
That's why I was asking if you have dark vision, because it's dark inside.
I glow. It's dark
Yeah.
inside.
But you can see because of the glowing. That's why I was asking before.
When does it open? Does it have a little list, little sign?
Doesn't well. There isn't a sign anywhere there. You can see that it says that it's closed, but there doesn't seem to be an opening time. You could maybe guess that it would open in the morning, but
Can I look up to see if there's a residence above the shop? I think that's sometimes how I don't understand shops and money and commerce very well, but I think
Yeah.
that's kind of how they work. Sometimes people live near them.
yeah, okay. So
This is Jade. I know how those things work, but yeah.
you look above the actual shop front, and you can see that there is like a sort of space above the shop that looks like it could maybe be used for a living space, although it does look kind of small. Not, I don't know how much of a concept of space and living quarters Jade would necessarily have, but it is enough that a
some.
person could be up there.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm not raising my voice at all. I don't. Excuse me. Daryl, can you please lend me some assistance? Oh, you've got tape over your mouth. I take his beard with it. He's got a beard now. He hasn't shaved in days.
Shadow.
Ow, that hurt.
Can you just shout for me in a polite fashion?
Shout in a polite fashion. Why?
I'm not
pray
very good
tell.
at raising my voice. I need assistance.
Okay,
Capturing someone's attention.
right.
I don't
Okay,
feel
I'll tell you, let's make
comfortable.
it. Let's make a deal, you and I. If
No,
I raise my
put the
voice,
tape back over his mouth.
all right. Now, while you're doing this, while these antics are going on, let's quickly cut to Rodridi. Rodridi, you have walked off towards, I'm guessing, the Temple of Illustre.
Yes, she's walking to her own temple.
All right. So you walk back there, and you see that the volunteers, the two that you saw earlier in the day, are still there. They're discussing with each other. I think one of them was one of them Penelope.
I got that as Vanellope, but
Vanellope,
it might
yeah.
be Penelope.
You know what's funny? I think it's Penelope in my notes, but I think I said Vanellope because I like Wreck-It Ralph, and I just like accidentally that just seeped through. So let's just say it's Vanellope. You see Vanellope there, along with the other who you didn't talk to. She seems very cheerful and chipper as she did before. She doesn't notice you as you walk by. Where are you walking to? Are you walking to where they are? Are you walking further down to see the housing areas where you left the other NPCs? Or are you checking out Baron's sister? Where are you leading?
I don't know if she caught Baron's sister while she was settling in
If
the
you
Olivers, and
you wouldn't know that unless, I mean, if you want, I'll let you roll insight, because with a high enough roll, you could probably maybe think of that as a possibility. But otherwise, if you're not pursuing that lead,
I think she'd probably approach the temple workers and just see if they need any help, anything she can do.
okay. So you approach, and Vanellope sees you and greets you first, and the other waves. Rodridi, it's nice to have you back. How have you been?
It has not been very long.
It's just, I have 1.5 voices. Yes. What brings you back to the temple?
Oh, I may perhaps be staying
Yes, we
for a
have.
little bit, but
we have a lot of extra spaces right now. We have our quarters where we usually sleep, so feel free to use the beds there if you'd like. We have a lot of medical supplies on hand. That's why I suggest those if you want to stay there. Otherwise, if you want to sleep in any of the other rooms designed for patrons, if you feel the need to for any reason, then we understand. We have a lot of rooms free tonight.
I don't wish to intrude on the rooms that people need.
We understand. It's really no intrusion though. If it does need to be vacated for any reason, we would let you know first, of course. As we do have staff quarters. But otherwise, I can direct you to the staff quarters if you'd like. It's really an honor to have you here.
Just doing work. But are there any who need medical care while I'm?
It seems that there aren't any people here at the moment, but we did get a message that somebody might be coming in tomorrow who is in need of a medical inspection for their leg. I think one of the guards was injured nearby here, and they're staying in a bed and breakfast close by, and they'll be heading here in the morning. So if you'd like to,
They could go to the guard so they're in less pain tonight.
that's what I was thinking. I don't know exactly why they're heading here, but they seemed very insistent in the letter that they said. So if you'd like to help out with that, we're kind of a little bit anxious and nervous as to why this guard is coming here. That's apparently happening in the morning. But otherwise, there is no immediate need for any care.
Do you have the name of the place? I can just go straight to them now.
Let me go get the letter. And she runs back into the quarters. And the other shyer, more introverted helper is kind of there, just kind of twiddling her thumbs, sort of looking at you every now and then, but immediately casting her glaze away as soon as she realizes you're looking back. And a moment passes, and she comes back. And Vanellope returns with letter in hand. Okay, it says here that they're staying at the Bed of Nails. I don't exactly know where that's located. I just so
I was gonna say, do I know where that is?
you would not know where this place is. This is a weird sounding location. And we pause. Hi, everybody. Vridridi would not know. I'll say that much.
Okay, hang on. Let me
Also-
fix this.
Okay. Meanwhile... Okay, maybe we won't have to meanwhile. Maybe we can immediately while. Okay. So-
Rip my
Mean.
Discord.
Mean.
That's as far as you get. Mean.
No, okay. So,
Frankly.
you've never... You know what? Actually, roll for me maybe an intelligence check, actually.
Good. Oh
Vridridi
no.
dies.
She rolls in like below 1 and just dies because of a lack of intellect.
It's a 9.
It's a 9.
Oh no.
You haven't heard of it. And it doesn't sound familiar to you.
Oh, fear.
Okay, we're gonna really quickly cut away back to Baron.
Yeah, if we can really quickly cut
Yeah.
away, and
We'll
I
do-
can just reset all of my stuff.
We'll do a circle back around. Actually, sorry,
Yeah.
wait. Okay, so Baron and Core, you're both. Core, did you leave?
Cor went to find Avros because he wants to put a deposit down.
Right. Okay, Baron. Let's get through your scene. In that case, are you looking for? Was it a weapon in that case?
Yes, some jewel-studded daggers.
Yeah. So he's got some in his hand. They are jewel encrusted. As far as weapons in the actual D&D Beyond page are concerned, they are regular daggers, simple melee weapons.
Yes.
And he's asking for 5 gold each. They look like they're jewel encrusted. The jewel itself, unless if you want to investigate it, I'll let you investigate it, but I'm going to say that just offhand you wouldn't really know. It looks pretty. It's pretty blue.
Of course, I'm going to investigate it. Because
Alright,
I'm
roll for me an investigation check on the gems, in that case, if you'd like to try to figure out
nat
what they
20.
are.
Fuck
Nat
yeah.
20? They are
Yeah,
cobalt.
boys.
It's cobalt. It's cobalt in here. It's pretty. Very blue. Very nice. Very precisely cut, as is the case with gems in Capital in general. Very man-made. This will definitely bother Jade, I would say. They're very precisely cut. They are very, very meddled with by the hands of man. So,
I
would
buy
you like? You'll buy 2? Okay. He smiles and he puts them aside for a second, and he takes out his little notepad, flips to a new page. That'll be 10 gold in that case.
You know what? Because of your very good service, I'm gonna tip you 1 extra gold. Thank you.
He smiles a bit. Well, thank you very much. It's not often that I get a tip. I appreciate it very much. What was your name?
Wonderful. Huh?
He asks, what was your name?
My name is Barry the Clown.
Barry the Clown, it is a pleasure to meet you. My name is... Oh my god, what is his goddamn name? My name is... You can call me Leo.
Leo.
Only my
Nice.
good friends are call me Leo. We'll hope to see you here soon again. Thank you very much. Here are your daggers.
Leo hits on Marin.
And calls him a cat.
Say again.
And this was after Baron called him a cat.
Yeah.
And so-
Came around, money.
I saw a really cute
Also,
tabaxi. I'm gonna look for it.
Say again, Queenie.
I'm gonna ask Leo. Leo, you happen to know where there's any magic shops around, or some potions, or any like weird gizmos?
He kind of flips the coin in his hand a little bit around. Roll for me a charisma check or a persuasion check. Your choice.
Because my persuasion is +10. So 18.
Okay. Alright. Interesting gizmos, you say. Well, okay, look, if you're after potions, then there is the potion shop where, despite its misleading name, they can make some potions for you from ingredients that they can either order or whatever. They might have some on hand, I don't know. That's the potion shop. If you're looking for interesting places, I know there's a place around here that some of us go to. And he kind of like leans in even though there's nobody else around and looks around his shop. Have you ever heard of the floating black market? You see, some of my friends and I will be going there tonight, and they have a lot of interesting gizmos there. I don't know exactly what you mean by gizmos, but they have very interesting things there. But that opens at around midnight. If you walk behind the... Okay, you know how there's a gold star almost everywhere around the city. If you walk to the gold star with the fake star gold right next to it, it's behind the star gold restaurant.
Oh.
You just have to go there at midnight. And you only have 10 minutes after midnight to do this. At midnight, there is a wall directly behind this store. Directly behind the back door of the store. You walk into the wall. But you must walk through it with absolute conviction. Otherwise, you will not be let through. Also, you're not allowed to come in if you are a minor.
Oh no, I'm a major.
Oh my god. He
Wow,
looks
for at the club when they ask for ID.
he looks
Yeah,
confused
he
for a moment.
honks his clown thing again, like beep beep.
Well, in
I'm a major.
beep, beep.
When they ask me to press the yes button if I'm over 20 or in Japan, like, yeah.
I like your style. But anyway, if you're interested in interesting gizmos, there's certainly interesting stuff there. Don't tell anybody I told you this. Don't tell this information to anybody.
Okay.
Or I
If
will
we-
kill you. And
No,
he pats you on the shoulder.
we are best friends.
Don't worry, I'll kill you in a friendly way. Only the friendliest of ways. But seriously, don't tell anybody.
Okay,
And I'll see
okay.
you
I
then.
went.
Okay. Now be gone. I didn't see you here. Please come again.
And he honks a few more times and then leaves.
Alright, you honk a few times and you leave. We now take over the core. How is your... What are you doing exactly?
I'm going to find Afros.
Alright, where are you going?
Forgot my purse. Back to his house.
Alright, you're back to Aris's place. It doesn't take you too long because you know exactly where it is. You walk over, and you see that his door is open. Halfway.
I still knock on it.
Yes, 1 second. And you hear kind of a rustling in the background. And you hear like something fall over. Ah, fuck!
I love this NPC.
Who? You hear a distant call like, who is it?
Santa.
Okay, you mustn't see me like this. I've been a naughty boy all year, okay? Give me at least another minute.
He's putting away his
I kick
explicit
open the
portraits.
door.
You hear open the door, and you see that Avarice has fallen over trying to pull a very, very full bin bag out of the bin in his kitchen. It's like a cloth sort of linen bag that's been stuck in this sort of wooden basket.
Can I just walk over really slowly and then kick it?
Corno, you mustn't see me like this! And you kick the bin.
Oh no.
Wow, geez, dick move.
What's in the bin?
Rubbish. That's what bins are
Little
for.
laugh.
Some like broken chains, weird leather harnesses.
Look, I'm trying to take it out of the bin. It's overflowing. I don't know why I thought a linen bag was a good idea, but it's gotten a bit stuck on the wood, it seems. Could you give me a
Try
hand?
silk next time.
A silk bin. Sounds lavish and luxurious. I quite like your thinking. But
I'm not touching it, but can I conjure a mage hand to help?
You can conjure a mage hand, and the mage hand pulls it out fairly easily. He pulls it out as well, and he kind of like tries to kind of scrunch the top and hold it together. Thank you, Cord.
I live to be of assistance.
Well, actually, what pray tell brings you back to my abode here?
Aha! You see, the thing is,
Yes,
funny story.
I love funny stories.
I know you do. You remember Tamar, right?
He kind of
It's a very funny story. I
takes a step back. I am not so sure we share the same sense of humor, Cor.
Oh, we usually do. So funny
That
thing. We
ruffian.
ran into him in town, and we're going to the black market tonight. You know, have some fun, gambling.
What kind of fun?
Gambling,
Gambling? Okay.
I think. Yes, but I'm still afraid that he might, punch a hole in my chest. So I have ordered some armor.
Oh, you ordered some. What kind of armor did you order?
Mithril.
Oh, Cor, you can just. He kind of turns a little bit red. You could borrow mine if you'd like to.
Well, now you're offering. It would be just rude to say no, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would be.
Do you mind if I take it out tonight?
You're taking this armor. All right, but think of me whenever you're wearing it. Don't let Tamar's gaze get to you.
Constantly on my mind. Yes, the other thing is I did want to have some armor of my own. So, I thought that we could jointly pay for this one. Yes? Sounds like a good idea?
Look, you can have the mithril armor if you would like. I don't really mind. I don't need it all that often. I'm pretty fearsome on my own. I haven't worn it in a while, to be fair.
Sure. I did already place the order. Might have a cancellation policy.
Where did you place this order?
One of the two armories.
Ah, Lionsgate Armory, the big one.
The one with the big cat.
Yes, with
They also make movies.
they make movies, they make armor. You mean with Leo's face adorned on the front of the
That's
shield?
the one.
Yes. Their cancellation policy is fine so long as they haven't sent out the order yet. How long ago did you order it?
15 minutes.
Oh, that's fine. I'll send a personal messenger pigeon. It'll be fine.
Oh, that's so kind of you. Where is your mithril armor? I'll go put it on now because every second that passes I get more fearful.
I have left it in a location that I would like for you not to see. It's
Playroom.
It's in the basement. But I'll bring it to you. I'll polish it up. I will clean it. I will clean it of any dirt that may be on it, any grime, and then it will be fit for you to wear.
What would be in the basement?
I'm drawing something very filthy at the moment, and it involves him.
If you use your wildest imagination, you probably wouldn't be too far off what's in there. He heads around the staircase to the back of the staircase and pulls open a trap door.
Uh-huh.
I'll be right back, my darling. And he kind of disappears. He jumps in, and you hear a clanking. I'm gonna...
Even Cora is blown away by the over-the-top personality of Avros.
It's like once you spend a little bit of time away from him, it strikes you in the face like the stench of an onion. But he comes back with a freshly polished. He does.
Hey.
He comes back with a freshly polished set of mithril armor. It's very regal. It's got a very, very, very big, huge initial on the front. A glamorous A.
It's not what I thought I was going to say.
What?
Emma, no, Emma.
Discard the cod piece. I'm fine.
Okay.
My mind lives in a gutter. I know! My mind lives in a gutter.
The stark contrast to the start of our other campaign. So, he brings back his armor. Here it is. Fabulous, isn't it? Look, it's an A. It stands for amazing, which is what I am. Here you go.
Wow, Avros, I missed you. Having someone else in the room who has your sparkling personality.
I know, I would miss me too. I can't stand a day without being near myself. But it's nice to see you too, Cor.
Well, see you later tonight, as long as I don't get thrown in the water or a hole punched through my chest or my head.
Yes, you should be fine. Just make sure you don't get hit in the middle of the A. It is a little bit weaker because of the engraving than the rest of the armor, but it should be fine.
Thank you for the
right
warning.
on the chest, isn't it?
Yeah. Alright, Cor gets into the armor.
Alright, you get into the armor. Cool. Alright. So, you're leaving, you're going back. We're gonna switch back now to Jade.
Hi.
Hi.
I'll pause my filthy, filthy art.
My god.
It's not that
What are
filthy
you
at all.
drawing?
You'll see.
Poor Avarice.
It's going to be quite scandalous.
Actually, not poor Avarice. Poor Cor. He's the one enduring this. Alright, so. You have tried shouting. Dario has been taped up actually again. What would you like to do?
Excuse me! And I kind of just about make it to the top of my lungs. Yeah,
Alright. So
just enough.
you yell out. And roll for me a performance check.
Really?
With disadvantage.
What about Constitution? Because it's the sound of my voice.
That.
Okay. Seven.
Okay. You're listening out. Either there's nobody there or nobody heard you.
Right, I parkour up to the second story window and knock on it.
Alright, you knock on the window, and you hear a
Very
rustling
good.
on the inside. You hear a glass break.
Oh no. Oh.
And the window opens, and you see a very frazzled, tired-looking, green-haired, frazzled blue tiefling. Short, old.
Hi. Right.
Hello!
Excuse me.
Oh my god! What time is it?
Sorry.
Who are you? How did you get it?
I climbed.
Okay.
Excuse me, I have a
Please
question.
don't hurt me.
And I do not intend to at all. I just have a question about your shop, and I was wondering if we could have a quick conversation. Perhaps downstairs when I'm not hanging off the edge of a ledge.
Okay, look, we opened.
This is very important. I have business with the crown tomorrow, and
business with the crowd. Okay. I'll go downstairs. Sure.
can I just throw open one of my backstory features, which is that lords, scholars, and merchant princes, to name a few, might be interested in hearing about your distant homeland and people, and hoping that she will, kind of just be interested in me as a foreigner, because of the feature "All Eyes on You." I don't know if this is anything. It's like she thinks I
She
look bizarre.
walks away from the window and then looks at you hanging from the window.
Hi.
Okay,
I'm
look, you
sorry.
can come through here. Come through the window. Come through the
Okay,
window
I'll
and
be-
down the
I
staircase.
accidentally banged Ariel on the way in. Like, oh no. I'm so ignore.
She looks back around.
Noise. Don't
What
worry.
is that? Who are you?
No, this. Do not worry. This is the accomplice of my friend.
Are you
Barry
robbing
the
me? Is that accomplice?
Do not worry. They are swaddled and protected for their own sake. I'm simply here to inquire about a portrait downstairs. It's very important to me.
You want a caricature at this time? Look, you really couldn't
No.
wait. This is for the crown. Well, I don't understand what's going
No.
on.
Ma'am, can I ask your name?
It's Arazo.
Arazo, I have to be frank with you.
Yes.
I'm not from this place. I don't know this city. I've never been here before.
Okay, that does not surprise me given the current events, but go on.
Okay. You see, I left my home far away looking for someone, and I believe you may have seen them, and I would not have come here unless it was very important to me, and I really would like it if we could just have a quick conversation about that portrait. I can show it to you and maybe you can tell me something, and then maybe in return I can give you a commission or something for your time. I don't understand how money works. Maybe I can just buy you a present, or I can perform a deed for you.
That's quite all right.
Okay.
Come downstairs with me. You are a very interesting individual, I must say. I'm intrigued.
Thank you.
And
Would you like to hear about my homeland?
Sure. You can tell me on the staircase walk down. As we go down through this staircase, I will just open the door in front of us.
All right.
And they open the door. And Azaro walks down with... Arazo walks down with you. Actually, Azaro flows better. Azaro is the name. Azaro.
What if her name's Azaro Arazo?
That's
First name, last name.
Maybe who knows? You have to ask though. Azaro is the name. And once you've gone down, walked down the staircase, and you've explained some of your backstory, to which Azaro nods in mild interest. She looks towards the wall with all the caricatures hanging off of it. Were these the paintings you were talking about? Which one of these struck you?
This one in particular, and I pull down the sketch.
Ah. I understand.
Yes, I thought that you might.
What would you like to know?
When
She kind of leans against the counter.
did you interact with them at all?
Well, I personally did not interact with this individual. I didn't realize they were an individual. There was a very large golem who I did not get a chance to meet, but I saw them walking through the marketplace just about a week ago, tome under arm, with not much else on hand, aside from a pack that this golem was carrying. Of what relevance are they to your journey, might I ask?
Their name is Bronze Monument, and I believe, well, I know that they came from my own temple, and I have recently come to learn some things about the tome, well, the contents of the tome that they carry. And
Yes,
I'm
that
concerned.
tome.
Were they reading it? Just holding it?
Well, this bronze monument, did you say?
Bronze monument.
I will write that
very
down for
big,
myself.
Taller than
Bronze
myself.
monument.
And yeah,
They towered. I wasn't quite sure of their height.
many 8, I think. 8 feet.
That's a whole lot of feet. I did not see them reading the tome, but I do recognize those Celtic patterns.
I'll reach in through my mouth and grab. No, I don't. Can I pull out the sort of sheet which we found on the ship, which has the sketches of the
Yes, you can.
pieces on it, and just say, any of this familiar to you? Or
I can't say that they are, but they do remind me of an old folktale, which might be of interest to you if you're carrying around this scrap of paper.
yes, please.
But there is sort of a tale of ancient stones that were once crafted by various gods in the distant past. For whatever reason, I do not know, but apparently they are said to carry mysterious powers. I haven't looked into them myself, but if that's something that you're interested in, I'm sure that you can research about that sort of thing at the public library when it opens up. That tome that your friend was carrying, however, was a very strange sort of book that resembles quite similarly, well, to put it frankly, the sort of designs that the cult of Orcus adorns on their sort of clothing and gear. Although not exactly, it does remind me of that, with the black and the striking red and the Celtic sort of design.
I see. That is Orcus, I don't know, a god or a...
Oh yes, a very, very powerful demon lord of sorts.
Oh.
Who would like to bring about the end of the world, let's say. I do not know much personally about Orcus's followers, specifically, but I do know that, there is a cult, or a cultist sort of following, devoted to bringing Orcus to the material plane, let's say. Now, I don't necessarily know if your friend here is a cultist themselves, but...
That can't be possible. We lived our whole lives together, and they never left my side until they left properly. That I would know.
That seems odd in that case. Do you know how your friend came across this tome?
It was in our temple, but one of the things I wanted to do while I was here was to go to each temple and see if I couldn't figure out where the followers of whatever my deity is went. But
I understand. Well, if it is Orcus that you are a part of, I must say that generally followers of Orcus are not welcomed around these parts, nor do we actually have a temple of Orcus, despite us having many temples around this sort of area.
It appeared that the temple I was from was more interested in, well, from what I read, nature and...
Nature? That does not sound like Orcus already.
Okay.
So in that case, if your friend is also from that temple, I don't exactly know
I see.
what their deal is with that. I could also, however, I understand that I may have incorrectly maybe perceived this tome. Maybe I saw it for more than what it was. Maybe it wasn't anything to do with Orcus. I don't know anything personally about these rocks or these geometric shapes that you've shown me on this script. I don't know if there's any relevance there, but that might be something worth investigating. And also, Jade, you would know that
Yes.
book, although probably from the angle that this shopkeeper would have seen it from, does actually have some of those shapes on it. It doesn't seem like the shopkeeper drew them into the picture when they drew that depiction, from what you can see. But you know that there are, at least from what you remember, geometry shapes that match those on that book. So there's that. So there is a connection there that the shopkeeper isn't aware of, if you remember.
Okay. I nod and I just say, I understand. I'm sorry for this. I feel like maybe I've wasted your time, but...
Oh, no. This was quite a fascinating experience. I've learned a little bit more about this. And he kind of... she kind of stares at the picture for a while. This person? This sentient being of sorts. So it's been fascinating. Actually, you are an interesting specimen yourself. Would you mind if I did a quick sketch of you? As repayment for the information, of course.
Okay.
Okay, fabulous. Stand still for a moment.
You don't have to include my friend. They are...
Oh no, I simply must. This is far too intriguing not to include it.
Okay, I'm
Where are my
so
pencils?
doing this art. You know that, right?
And so you stand there with Dariel as this shopkeeper paints you. Now,
I stand so still, it's almost eerie.
okay, we're going to switch back now to Verdridi. Verdridi. Where did I leave you?
Drady does not know where the bed of nails is, and that's what I remember.
Okay, so you know
Or
this
things
guard
like that.
suppose this guard that is coming for a medical examination on his leg, on their leg, is staying at the bed of nails wherever that may be. You don't know where that is. It seems that Vanellope herself doesn't actually know either. Although she's been
there's
told
also-
that it's nearby. Yes, sorry.
but there's also like a note. Was there anything else on the note? Like what happened to the leg or
No. And she shows you the note. And the note, for the most part, is a very, very brief note from, it seems like, the actual Royal Guard. It's not addressed from a specific guard, but it's addressed from the Royal Guard, stating that there's an officer that's going to be stopping by to have his leg inspected. That's all that it says. Doesn't necessarily say that it's a medical examination, or anything past that, which makes it even more strange and more suspicious to you.
yeah.
If you'd like, you can investigation check the letter, because you have seen now official letters.
Can I investigation check this letter?
Yeah. Go for it.
'Cause this is generally not how business is conducted, right?
No, heck no.
So that is I think it's a 22, but it's a 16 on the dice and plus 6 for the investigation.
Okay, with that sort of roll, it looks like the note is probably fake.
Okay, this note, it does not seem
It does,
official.
official. What do you mean?
This is not usually how business with the guard is conducted.
Oh, how is it usually conducted? We've never ever received a letter from the Royal Guard at such a
Exactly.
small
Why
temple.
would they not just send their people to the hospital?
You know, I
Unless
was
you,
thinking that we do have a very large
hurt
medical
in a
facility.
way that maybe they did not want on the record.
That's an interesting thought. So what are you thinking that this is?
I'm not sure. I feel a little bit more. Kay, you better stop. Sorry.
So cute.
He just woke up.
Oh, hello.
Oh, I learnt the
Cute.
name of the cat that looks like Lily down my road.
It has a name. What's its
Oh.
name?
Yeah, her name's Magadi.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, she was hiding from the rain today, having a
Oh.
nice little meal. That's all.
Yep.
Yeah. Drudy feels a little bit more adamantly that she would like to go and investigate this and not bring this guard back to the temple where there are vulnerable people.
Okay, so you'd like to go investigate. How would you like to do this? Are you going to go seek knowledge of the whereabouts of this place, or knowledge of the place itself?
Yes.
What are you trying to do?
She's trying to find the place.
Okay, I don't know if they're awake right now, but if you're interested in maybe finding this place, I know that we have a patron right now who's really familiar with like the whole area. They were sleeping earlier though. They're in room 5, which
Okay.
you would remember is the room that Baron's sister is sleeping in.
Except for I would remember this. I don't think Drudy saw her. So,
Yeah, you would remember this as a player.
yes. Okay.
So,
Yes, I will go to room 5.
Yeah.
If she's sleeping, I will let her be. But
okay. Good luck on the I hope everything is all good, all well. Thanks for visiting. And as you walk by the doors, you see in one of the places that the 2 Olivers are kind of like flapping about, kind of wandering around the little room, jumping around, jumping on top of Cloud, who's fast asleep in the corner of the room, just curled up. And they don't really notice you as you walk by. They're not looking out the door, but they're there. And they seem to be playful with each other. How are you guys differentiating them again? Do they have...
They have little hats.
Okay. So you see the hats.
And one of them is also one of them is answering to Oscar, don't forget.
Yeah, okay, one of them is
Yes.
now answering to Oscar as well. So you see them there, you keep walking, and you reach room 5, 5 rooms over from like the main sort of area of this temple. And you see Baron's sister, Baron's middle sister, who is kind of sitting up on the bed now, looking like she just woke up, still in her what you know is the firefighter's outfit that's worn by firefighters in Capital. It's a sort of just a normal set of armor, but it's got magical properties that make it very resistant to fire. And she doesn't notice you at first. She's sort of looking in the other direction.
Can I knock on the doorway?
Sure, you can knock.
The doors they're open at this point.
It's they're like there aren't any actual. It doesn't look like there are any doors. It's just kind of like an archway, so you can kind of knock on the edge of that if you'd like.
Yeah.
Baron, very quickly, what is it? Tell me what your middle sister kind of sounds like.
She's got a mosquito.
A what?
Sounds like a mosquito.
Sounds like a mosquito. Okay, I can do that. I sound like a mosquito naturally. This is Marielle. I think that's what.
Yes.
Marielle. Hello.
Hello. Sorry to disturb you.
No, it's quite alright.
Penelope said that you knew the city very well.
Yeah, I do. I do know the city pretty well. I kind of walk around a lot. I'm a kind of a firefighter, you see, so I see the city a lot. Why do you ask?
Do you know where the Bed of Nails inn is?
The bed of nails inn? Ooh, that doesn't sound too familiar. I would say that sounds almost like a. Let me just roll something really quick. Ooh, okay. I think that's. I don't know where you got that name, or if you're looking for somebody who told you to meet them there, but that sounds like a fake name to me. Yeah. Why do you ask?
Drudy just produces the note.
Oh, is that a note from the Royal Guard? As she looks at it. Do you mind if I have a look at that really closely?
Yes, that is why I showed it to you.
Okay, it seems really short. She looks at it and inspects it for a bit. Okay, I don't know where you got this from, but this looks like a forgery to me.
Well, this was given to the head's volunteer. They said someone would be coming here for medical treatment, and I would rather meet them rather than them come here.
Okay, well, forgeries. I guess where you might be able to find forgeries is the. She kind of looks around as well, and then quietens her voice. The floating black market.
Oh my god.
But I don't really know. The bed of nails. That sounds like a very unpleasant
Thomas
name.
wants us to go to the floating black market.
No, I mean,
Look, we should go
just
guys. Let's
it's
go
just
to the palace
optional.
tonight. I don't know. Let's go to the palace.
Oh, yeah,
I feel like that's where we're
Not
supposed
play
to be.
blackjack. Let's not go to the floating market. Let's miss the deadline.
Dude, I have 5 pages of notes on the palace, more than a single paragraph in one page of notes. Okay, I'll have your notes, so feel free to go there if you like. Find it. But yeah, so she mentions that, and she looks back to you. You should probably. Actually, I'll come with you. I'll let them know. I've got a lot of letters from the guard myself, and being somebody that works for a sort of offshoot of the Royal Guard in a way, we don't usually send letters out that look like this. And she sort of points to the watermark seal in the top right corner, which looks very off, but you can't quite tell why it looks off. But it just sort of does. And so she comes back with you to the headquarters of this temple, and she lets them know of your findings. And then she turns around and she sort of thanks you and begins to walk back to her room. And now we'll briefly cut back, as we do this, to Baron. Baron, how you doing?
Yes.
Hello. Okay, so you've got your daggers, you've got your tip, you've got the information on the floating black market. What are you doing now? Some time has passed, and you have now the freedom to go wherever else you'd like until the others finish their business.
I go to one of the golden stars.
Yep. So
And
you walk up, you walk in.
I try to scan for pretty girls.
Oh my god. Alright. What okay, this is subjective though. What is pretty in Baron's mind? Because there are a variety of figures all around the city.
I just scan for girls.
Just scan for girls. Okay, I like his inclusivity.
First, they must be alive. Second, they must be female.
Yeah.
Ergo, pretty girl. I like it. Okay, so you enter one of the golden stars. Now roll for me a perception check.
Oh, he doesn't need to have a good perception for this. Any women would do.
Well, let's see if you can tell. Let's see if you can
Shit.
tell who's a woman and who's not, because you might not be able to.
13.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful.
13? Okay. With a 13, you see that there are very few patrons here. A lot of them are very hard to distinguish. There are a couple tabaxi. You see a half-orc. You might see a young wizard. Or sorry, well, not that you would know. A young human. Who I just gave away what he's doing. You see a gnome dressed in the business suit. And you see maybe a lady of a human origin behind the counter.
Yes, I'll go to that one.
Okay, you go to that one. Alright. She looks at you as you approach. Hi, what can I get for you?
What can I get for you, lovely girl?
Yeah. Stranger
Best
danger.
Holder.
This is a food establishment. And I'm here to serve you food or drinks if you would like any.
Golshajin summer.
Is there anything I can get for you food-wise or drink-wise, sir? She says in a stern sort of voice.
Yes, but I would like you to also dine with me.
I hate
Look,
Baron right now.
I would love to, but I am currently not on break, and I will be drying my hair later on my break, so look, I'm going to be busy, okay? Very sorry. And roll for me, just roll for me.
Me to the boys in the club.
Roll for me a charisma check with disadvantage.
Okay.
This
Um.
art looks terrible. I am so excited.
I want to
Oh.
see.
It's so bad.
Did you say 12?
Yes.
Okay.
12.
Yeah, she seems like she's not. She's not biting.
Baron knows when to give up. He says, "Okay, lady." Oh wait, no, I'm dressed in my clown suit. No wonder.
Baron's
Yeah.
not like other guys. He's dressed in a clown suit and knows when to stop.
You're like, oh, okay,
That's it.
lady.
It must be the clown suit. It is not me. I like his vigor. Okay, so you've been turned down. What would you like to do, Baron?
He types and I walk out.
Okay, you're walking out. Okay, cool. You're walking out. Your walk of shame.
No, I honk.
Oh, you honk on the way out.
I honk the clown thing.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Okay. You honk your honks of shame. As we switch very quickly back to Core. Core, how are you doing?
Me.
Yee.
Coming back because time to go to the markets, boys.
Alright, so as you walk back, you run into a few people. You would run into Baron first, and very quickly you'd see in the marketplace, because it's kind of where we are right now. This is all kind of close together. You see Jade inside one of
He's
the
like,
shops.
Baron.
Closed
Ah,
sign on
Jade.
the door, but the shop seems to be lit and open, on the inside at least.
He walks
Virginia-
straight past Barrett all the way to Jade.
Well, it would be like sort of, you'd run into Jade first, and then Baron is like further past that.
He stops at Jade.
He stops at Jade. Virginia, would you have walked back to the marketplace, or where are you heading? Please come back. I want to reunite the party. No, it's fine. It's fine. Where do you want to go?
Feel good.
Oh goodness, I forgot. I personally forgot to get. Was it Mariel's name? But I think Trudy probably would have asked for it.
Okay, if she would have asked for it, then yeah, you would have known that she's Marielle. Her name is spelled Meriall.
Thank you for that spelling. I did very much want that.
Actually, if you would ask for a name, then she would give it in full. B. Bendaughter.
Nah.
Okay. Did she say that she was coming with Treaty to the black market and was going to show her where it was, or?
No, she was going back to her room. She just
Okay.
said that forgeries are generally done at the black market, but if Virginie would have brought that up, she would have expressed no interest in actually going herself.
Okay. Then Trudy's like, well, our friends are already going to the black market. That's where I'm gonna go. So she heads back out.
Okay, her response would have only changed if she had brought up Baron specifically. But if Virginie wouldn't have, then she'll walk back to her room. In which case, you run into everybody else. Baron, you're walking out of the coffee shop. Core, you're looking through a glass window into a shop at
I tap
Jade.
on the glass window at Jade. He like, hey.
And done. Here is your. Is it wonderful? I think it captures your essence and your prisoner's essence very well indeed.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Okay.
you.
Can I please have this? And I look at the one of bronze.
Oh, you want this one?
Do I have to use money for this kind of thing?
I'll tell you
Do I
what.
have to pay you for your art?
This one
This
wasn't
thing.
initially for sale, but since you have given me an opportunity to paint you, and you've been so lovely and so kind, aside from almost breaking into my abode,
I never would have crossed the threshold unless you'd given me permission.
Unless you invited me in.
I had feeling. You were just very, very enthusiastic. But yes, you may take this one of your comrade. And she starts taking out the pins and she pulls it down and she gives it to you.
Art exchange.
Thank you.
And in its place, she puts your picture as her new muse.
I fold up that other one very carefully and put it in my roll it
Dariel
up very
bag.
carefully.
Mhm.
Give it to Dariel. It's like, hold on to this. Dariel's my bag of holding.
You tuck it into his shibari.
Yeah, I was about to say yes, the same thing. I tuck it into Shibari and I'm like, thank you. Making sure it's very secure. And I say, thank you. That art is beautiful. You captured my small fury very well.
Just peeking
And
out of
I
your little
will.
bag.
Yes. I'll ask her one more thing.
Yes.
I'm glad that you appreciate my appearance, but it has actually caused me some strife in the past. And if I'm completely honest, I was hoping to also find a way to obscure it somewhat. Do you know somewhere I might be able to start looking into this?
I have just the thing. Hold on.
You have something?
And she pulls out a case. Here I have box of skin tones. And she pulls it open and you see like this rainbow of just like little paint bottles.
Ah.
If you'd like, these are kind of realistic sort of skin tone paints. Maybe you could hide yourself that way.
Cole looks at the paints through the window and then at Jade. He's like,
I also don't think I have a this is a little bit personal, but I have a little bit of a fear of tampering with rock and natural materials. It's just it's almost like,
As an artist, I understand you very much. Listen, the
But-
paints are water-based, so if you wash yourself, it'll come off.
I was also hoping for a more permanent solution, as in something I could wear that might change my appearance.
Oh.
Perhaps magical.
Okay. If you'd like if it's a costume that you're after, then you might want to talk to the clothier, but they're closed right now.
Okay, well, I'll thank you.
I think
I
Cole
will-
could change Jade's skin tone.
That's not quite what I'm after. I will explain. I have something very sort of specific in mind.
Okay. Yeah, she would inform you that
I
there is a
will-
clothing shop, yeah.
Buy a little pot of paint, like a little, I don't know, what's a good color for Jade? Probably like a little pink, little peachy pink.
Like a peachy pink
Pop.
skin tone bottle?
No, just a little peachy pink kind of that color
Okay, yeah, sure.
kind of paint, and I'll just like have it, and I can like
Yeah,
some
okay.
tiny little, like, I don't know, design.
Blushes.
Tiny.
For
My first foray
for a
into makeup.
small pot, for a small pot, it will be 1 silver piece.
Yep, that's fine.
Alright.
I give her 2 because I don't understand money.
All right, and she gives you 2 bottles, and you leave.
Great. Okay, I leave. Thank you, ma'am.
Black
Anytime.
market. Black market.
Okay, the
Okay.
party is reunited effectively. You are all outside all together, and it is about enough time has passed that it's maybe 10 minutes before the actual black market itself opens.
Time to go, boys.
All right. Let's do this.
Shut up, Dario.
I'm giving him the same shh I used to give.
He's passed. In spirit,
He's
at least.
past his sell-by date.
Okay.
Right, you're ready to go?
Yep.
So, you all head over. Also, by the way, I kind of forgot to mention this earlier because I don't know if everybody was here, but the actual list of hits that Dario had, which I think Jade has, the actual list has been posted in the Discord if you'd like it. So there's like a list of like names and descriptions if you'd like to look at that. Anyway.
Oh yeah, can I walk behind like Dario and just like lecture him on like not killing Tamar, because like even though he's done bad things in the past, he really doesn't deserve to die, and I really think that's
He's too
overreacting. And he
handsome
just keeps talking like that.
And he kind of just keeps mumbling underneath you in protest. Underneath the tape. And you head to the black market. Okay, so you're there and you've got a few minutes till the actual place opens. Now, Core, you know where this is. Verdridi, or who is it that I described? No, Baron, you know the location as well, precisely from the description that Leo gave. And you're there waiting, and it seems as though a couple of other folk are waiting there with you. Leo has also arrived now. You see Tomar also waiting there.
I wave enthusiastically and look for Penny, and then I see Penny's not there, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah. He kind of just nods in your direction with a sort of tired sort of look, as if your very essence tires him out, but he doesn't wave back. And he looks to the wall, and he looks at the sky for a bit, taps his foot, and at that point, more people start to show up. And he is the first to walk through, but before he does, he kind of closes his eyes for a moment, stays still, and then kind of makes a step through.
I believe.
And
Onwards.
the others seem to do the same thing. Now, for the rest of you, I'm going to get you to do
skip
something.
it.
Who is going first inside?
Me. I want to skip.
Definitely.
You want to skip? Okay, while you skip, I'm going to get you to roll something for me. I want you to roll for me a constitution check.
Ew. The con's not that bad. 11.
11? You
I spoke
skip,
way too soon on
and
that.
you skip into the wall, and it seems like you do go through, but you kind of bump your head on the way in, as if like you hit the top of whatever fake door
I'm
there
just
seems to be.
so distressed that Penny's not there.
And it seems to be the wall seems to be a bit sludgier and oozier to get through than it feels like. But once you go through to the other side, you are unharmed,
Nobody saw that.
untainted by the ooziness of the wall, which seems like it was a bit hard to get through this time for some reason. Okay, I want everybody else who's going through, which I'm guessing is everybody, to roll for me constitution checks. I'm going to roll one for Dariel.
Yes, please. Constitution. 11.
Oh, yeah?
I'm very good at con as well.
Alright.
I'm okay.
Virginie, Baron, what did you guys get?
13.
13?
We're
Okay.
not good at black markets, guys.
And Baron.
20.
Did you say 20? Okay.
Yes.
Baron is good at
Baron,
black
you walk
markets.
through seamlessly, as if it's not even there, even though you've actually probably never been to the black market. But you have
been.
complete conviction, and you walk through effortlessly. Virginie, you walk in, and it's not too hard, but you feel a bit of resistance from the wall as you sort of walk through. It's a bit hard to describe. It's like a magical, almost sort of resistance pushing you back out, as if to keep out people who don't really think that it might actually be there, which you yourself might be even somewhat doubtful of, or having not been there before, it's kind of a new experience. Jade, you have a bit of trouble, but you do manage to step through. And as you sort of step through halfway, as you make it through, Dariel does not make it through at all, and he's being pulled against what seems to him like a real wall. And you hear a sort of...
I move backwards.
You go back
Is
through.
it just us two outside? Dariel, you have to believe. You have to want this. Come on, we'll try again. And I'm walking with you.
And then you try again, and he's gonna roll another time. If you felt like the first time he didn't go through, now you really feel like he doesn't go through at all. He's like actually hitting a wall.
Right, I'm gonna stand back and I'm gonna just like backpack him and turn him towards me and look at him, and I just want to say, I would like to go through. Can we go through, please? We don't have time. This door is only open for. Don't cry. It's not time to
Intimidate him
cry.
into passing the check.
Can I try an
Yeah, try.
intimidation of some kind?
You can
It
intimidation
is not
check.
the time to cry. It is the time to move. I don't know if I'm even good at intimidation. 19! Oh wow!
All right. He's crying.
18 because it's a -1.
-1. Okay,
I'm
cool.
not intimidating.
So he looks like he's been thoroughly intimidated, and he's not really
Go,
yelping in
Jane.
protest anymore. You're a prisoner.
Yay.
And you take another whack at it. You step through, and it seems like this time Dariel, with a lot less hesitation than last time, manages to make his way through as well on your back. And before you lies an incredible sight: the floating black market core. You've seen this before, but none of the other players have. It is a sight to behold. A glowing green pool of water in a long stretch of rectangular room. On one side, you have the sort of gambling arena, people playing games, people being loud. It seems like in the short time that you've been here, a lot of people have already made their way in and are already into the fun. At the very end, you can see a giant cage with 2 people inside getting ready to do something. It's hard to say from here, but you could probably guess that it's some sort of fighting arena. On the left side is mostly empty stalls, which look like they might be for the marketplace once that does open in 4 hours from now, as well as one open stall with a very sort of interesting image to it, or visage, whatever.
I should challenge Tomato a fight over Penny.
Now that you're all here, I would like all of you to roll for me perception checks to see what you see and to see how much you see of it.
That's a nat 1.
Nat 1?
18. Oh no.
Call
Be
it
so
your...
good.
As you skip in and bump your head, you fall over into the pool of water. You can't see anything. What do the rest of you roll?
And drowns.
I pop back out and change my appearance so it looks like nothing happened. I'm like, it's fine. I don't need a hairdryer. What are you talking about?
It seems like
24?
Tamar is the only one who sees you. 21? Woo! Okay.
No, 24.
24! Woo!
17 plus 7.
Okay. And Jade and the Baron?
Brian would never
18.
fail like this.
18 and
21.
Baron? 21, did you say?
Brian would never let you down like this.
Okay. So, Corey, you get back out of the pool. All of the others notice immediately that Tamar seems to be the only person who actually noticed Kor doing any of this, and you can quite clearly see that it was Kor who fell into the pool and got back out. Although Kor, with his low perception, doesn't seem to have noticed and is very satisfied that he got out unseen.
Like,
The rest of you see in front of you all these shops, or these empty shops right now. You see one particular thing of interest, aside from the gambling arenas on the right side. You see, looking at the gambling area, first of all, you'd see a number of different games being played. You see a few games of what looks like chess and speed chess and checkers being played. You see a blackjack sort of semicircle being formed with a dealer and some players already there. You see a Connect 4 setup, very competitive. And you see a Connect 5 setup for the slightly more hardcore players. On the other side, among all of the empty stalls, which seem to not be selling anything at the moment, you do see one stall, hastily set up, currently open, with a couple of shady-looking figures sitting at it. The banner for the stall, which you can see from this distance, has one word on it. It says loans in common. And next to it is a symbol scribbled, pretty hastily, which matches the symbol on Dariel's neck.
Loan sharks.
And then at the very end of this kind of arena...
Lone rangers.
Well, if I have a pool of water, it's almost apt in that sort of way. Lone
My
Rangers.
next D&D character.
Okay, and at the very end, you see, for those of you with everybody rolled really highly, you can tell this is a fighting pit with a giant cage for fights and for betting.
Tamar, you, me, later.
He looks at you with a kind of expression of bewilderment, but doesn't seem to acknowledge your suggestion as he walks towards the final thing that all of you would see, even you, Core, with a nat 1. There is a bar along the side, nearby the fighting arena, serving drinks and alcohol, and it seems like Tamar is going there to get a drink.
I'm being ignored. I don't like this experience.
So,
I'll pay attention to you.
Thanks, Jade. I appreciate it.
Actually, also, is
welcome.
there anything any of you are looking for? You do notice a few of the NPCs back down here.
I'm looking for
Validation.
You're looking for potions?
I'm looking for the poker thing. This poker thing I've heard of that I don't understand.
Okay. You see tables there where people are playing card games. It seems like the card game that's being played right now is blackjack. There don't seem to be any poker tables set up yet. But it seems like Tamar is eyeing the blackjack table from where he's
You should
sitting
challenge
at
him. I know his tells.
Can I roll a check to see if that's a good idea? Natural 20? Is it a good idea? I don't know. I just rolled a natural 20. What is it? Intelligence?
Okay, let's see.
I
Let's see how
wasted a
much of
natural
this would
20.
come through with a nat 20, because you get probably a lot of information. Core, how familiar are you with Tamar's going-ons at like in this place? How many times have you been here with him?
A lot. He
A
was
lot?
with Tamar for like a very
Okay.
long time.
So you know that Tamar, when it comes to poker and blackjack and that sort of stuff, that he's a
They're
cheater.
like a divorced couple.
He's a cheater. He likes to cheat. But he thinks that nobody knows. And most people don't, because he seems to do it pretty well. But he cheats, and that's how he gets a lot of big wins against people who might have things out for him. That is knowledge that you would have. So the idea of challenging Tamar to some sort of duel of that kind seems like it would come across on your expression as a bad idea, and that's something that Jade you'd probably read from
But
your
we
nat
could
20
just
roll.
cheat.
Yeah, so you get that much information. Whatever Core would tell you, I guess.
You just have to be a better cheater than the cheater.
Okay. Well, the thing is, okay. I lean in and I just say, I'm interested in this person who lost against Tamar, and I think that we should try and ask around the other patrons to see if anybody knows who that is.
Or we could just ask Tamar to point him out if he's here. I'm sure he would love spending time with us.
Okay. All right, then I shall try it.
Mm-hmm. I'll come with
Okay.
you for moral support.
Okay.
He sends a shower of sparks over Jade's head.
Wow. Is
Feel the
wait, is
power.
Baron here?
Yeah, you're all
Yes.
here.
Baron,
Yes.
is this?
Yeah.
I don't know if my poker face is that brilliant. I just kind of drop all of my features and stand extremely still, and I'm a statue again. How was that? I feel like you'd know. Both of you together are a dream team of poker and lying and cheating in the best way possible.
Yes.
It's pretty good. It's pretty
It's all right. Jade, let me disguise you so you look even more statue-like.
Okay.
He puts on those fake glasses that looks like the fake glasses that have eyes on them.
What? What? Okay. The ones that you can wear while you're like
Good.
sleeping. Alright.
Yeah, when you're sleeping, yeah. So it's got like eyes, and he hands it to Jade.
Okay.
Here, put them.
Oh, okay. I stop putting them on. Is this what I call? Is this what you call a look?
good. Those are
This is
hideous.
what they call the
Baron,
poker
I
face.
expected better.
Poker face. Okay. I start walking. Do I walk like normal?
You're not playing yet, Jade.
Okay.
Relax.
I relax. All right. Okay. I'm fine. Let's go. I'm fine.
Let's go see the boys.
Okay. I go.
Shut up,
Shush.
Daryl.
Okay, I go.
Jordy would like to ask Tamara about the note, like if there's anybody he knows that could produce something like this.
Tamar's never
Ah.
getting rid of us.
My
No,
god.
he's not.
They just adopted him.
You're
Alright,
enjoying
so,
the party, Tamar.
so is literally everybody walking up to Tamar? Is this what's happening
Yep.
right now? Okay.
Yeah.
So
Ahoy!
Yes.
you all walk over to the bar.
We're back.
Hello. My favorite troop. What are you doing here? What do you want?
You like us? That's very
No,
nice
not
of you
really,
to
but-
say.
It's
Oh, that's. Oh.
It's-
He loves us. That's what he meant to say.
yes.
Yes.
It's exactly what I meant to say. Core knows me so very well, I have to say. After all this time.
Always.
Can't say I could say the same about Core myself, but that's neither here nor there. Now, what is it that you want from me? Because that's the only reason I can see you coming across all the way over to
A
the
drink.
bar. Drink? We have to wait for the bartender. He kind of looks around.
Core takes a seat.
I have this note. I wanted to know
Oh.
if you know of anyone who can produce something of this quality.
Oh, yeah, is this a fake note? Does he know? Does he know that it's a fake note?
Yes,
it looks
it's a fake
really real to me. I don't know. Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Also, Aiden, your camera is stuck for me.
Same.
Yeah, it's stuck for me too.
Interesting.
It's good times.
Okay. Look, okay, listen. I would really personally advise against making any fake notes that look like they were written by the Royal Guard. That's just a very, very bad idea. I'm just gonna tell you that straight up.
I'm trying to find the person who bought this note.
Oh, okay, I understand. There's usually, and he kind of looks around. He's just gonna roll a perception check. He goes blind for a moment. Oh!
He's not
Something in my eye! Jeez! Oh my god! I think just flew in my eye or something. Oh my god, I'm sorry.
It was
Give
the
me a
bright
moment.
nature of my aura.
That's the nature of a die with a nat 1
just
flew in his
kind
eye.
Around core.
Oh, okay, look, there's usually there's like a shadowy figure, I think. Oh my god, my eyes. What happened? Shadowy figure, piercing gaze, usually. Not the one that I lost to. This is somebody else I'm talking about now.
Another shadowy thing.
Dark cloak.
So many piercing gazes.
A lot of piercing gazes. Just
That must
generally
hurt.
the vibe of this place. If you got a piercing gaze, then this is a place for you. Oh, I can see again. Okay, I don't see them. If you'd like, I mean, the loan sharks have connections as well, but otherwise, look out for somebody with dark cloak. I've heard that patron, who I've never talked to, is capable of making some very realistic forged documents. I'm sorry if that sounds very vague, but this is just stuff that I've heard. Actually, pretty recently as well, like just maybe 2 days ago or so. So, yeah, interesting that you'd ask about it as well. And at this point, the
Plot
bartender
point.
walks out.
Plot boy.
Bartender!
And turning around, there is a large white tabaxi this time, like
It's another pretty cat.
like snow. Hard to say exactly how tall. 6'5", maybe.
Why are all these
these
tabaxis
cats
so
are
big?
So pretty big. These seem like they're from a very different place on the planet to where Cloud is from. Cloud is a lot shorter than any of the two that you've seen.
Little boy.
They're also very differently colored.
Boy.
The flaming yellow of Leo, who is a towering beast of a catman, is elsewhere in this
He's
venue,
taller
actually.
than Tamar.
Yeah, he's 7 foot. This white tabaxi with white eyes, very, very, very pale, with very, very fluffy. What's the name
Right,
of that
cat.
dog? Like that fluffy white dog. What is it called?
Pomeranian.
No, not a Pomeranian. It's like it's like a specific.
Like a
I
Bichon.
know it's-
Bichon Frise.
Maybe
Maybe.
very fluffy, like a freshly washed sheep.
Like a poodle.
Like a poodle. He's very, very fluffy, very white. And he walks through. He's very, very big, very tall. Also, not quite as large and but
Kinda-
like beefy as Leo, but yeah, approaching. He walks by, and he greets you all with a nod and a very enthusiastic, professional bartender's smile. And he looks at all of you at the bar, which is just your group and Tamar at this point, and asks you all, "What can I get you for a drink?"
Oh, hell yeah.
Is that an order? We don't sell hell yeahs here. What were you like?
Anyone else? Anyone?
I
He'll have a
Water.
dirty martini.
oh god.
Dirty martini it is. One dirty martini coming up, and he pulls out a glass for a martini. And he
I
starts...
would like a clean glass, please.
Well, that'll be a clean martini in that case. Let's just make a regular
Oh.
martini.
Oh no. Oh no. I'll
Why?
Clean
I
martini.
looked
Laugh
Call
is
for help.
So annoying. Core's just like, yes.
Tamar kind of like winces every time he laughs. He kind of just like his eye just twitches a little bit, like he's heard it just a few hundred too many times at this point.
He's always at the bar drinking his sorrows away.
I'll have a moonlighter, please. Thanks, sugar. Anytime. And he starts making the drink.
Sorry to break it to you, but Tamar's into cats.
Tamara looks at all of you. Just so that you know, his name is Sugar. That's not an affectionate nickname I've come from. That's
You
literally
sure,
what he's
Tamar? I didn't know you liked them so furry.
Are you sure about that?
He looks at you with a piercing gaze, too. Of annoyance. Unbridled annoyance. Meanwhile...
Pina colada.
One pina colada coming up.
Don't laugh. It's not funny. I made no joke.
I'm just... Yeah, sorry about that. Just, it's hard to control.
It's got Tourette.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Quinny, no! No! Bad Quinny. You know how there's like
stream off to discipline Quinny.
there's like, you know how there's like
Okay,
what is it
everyone, we'll
called?
take a brief break whilst we...
There's, you know how there's inspiration? Well, you get a point of negative inspiration, okay? You get
Time.
You have a penalty of minus a million to
for that you
save.
get disadvantage on all your throws for the next 20 minutes IRL. Anyway,
Save her.
he's quietly laughing to himself still. It seems like he really can't control it that much.
That's acceptable.
Or at least he's not either that or he's not making an effort to.
Oh,
But he
bad.
brings forth the drinks. And he looks at Virginia as well. And what would you like?
I'm good, thank you very much.
Oh, come on, Judy.
Not even a water?
I reckon you'd like the Midori.
Oh, very much likely, but if we are going to partake in any activities down here, I would prefer to have a truer aim than.
That is a good point. However, I tend to function better whilst drunk, so drinks is pina colada.
If you say so, I'll make a drink of water just in case. And he puts a jug and an empty glass nearby. And for anybody who's taking drinks, I would like you to make me a Constitution saving throw if you're having the entire drink now. They're all alcoholic enough to.
19 plus...
Also, well, 19.
21 actually, so.
Oh, you guys are fine. You're fine. You're
I'm
fine.
used to it.
Tamara's gonna have a drink though. Oh my god!
You're not doing
He
well.
falls over, passed out. He rolled in that
Oh
one.
no.
What? On one drink? You weak.
Weak sauce.
He's snoring on the ground.
Can I go kick him?
You can kick him.
Very gently.
Very gently, you can kick him. You do. And he seems to not even move. He's
Can I step on him?
if you'd like to, yes.
Does he wake up?
He
This
will
is the perfect time to go and get his dog. I'm just putting
Wait, no. Can I get the jug of water and pour it over his head?
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, go for it actually.
I do this.
Oh, I feel
That
hungover.
was for your benefit.
What happened?
You don't want to pass out down here.
Core, when did you get here? Oh, what was... Sugar, what was in that drink?
What year is it?
What year is...
What universe is this?
Did I go back in time? Did my plan work?
Where's Loran?
He drunkenly gets back up.
Am I on Ushura?
He gets back up to the bar. And he like clumsily puts his elbows back on the bar. Core, I have a plan.
Yes.
Okay, tell me what you think of this. Okay, and he's red in the face. Just from one drink.
Core is keeping like a distance, but he's
Yeah.
listening.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Okay? Listen out, this is really good. This is a really good idea.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna break into the bank. The central bank. We're gonna steal 1 million gold. And he leans right into your ear. 1 million gold.
I
Didn't like that.
Thomas.
It's for realism. It's for realism.
1 million gold. Oh, I hated that one more. 1 million gold.
Oh no!
Hey, give what you deserve. I'm gonna go full Joker on you.
Oh my god. We live in a society, Emma. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So he's kind of swaying back and forth.
Hey, Drudy, can you fix this? I don't think he wants everyone to hear his master bank plan.
Okay.
Knock him out.
Thanks.
Knock him out, Baron.
She
Jeez.
was
we
quite content to leave him being as drunk as he wanted to be.
Please. He does very silly things when he's drunk. Like fall in the water and drown.
No. Knock
Mm.
him out.
He's kind of he's
Knock
he's
him
eyeing
out.
Sugar up and down, and Sugar's kind of like smiling back at him.
Oh, yeah.
Drudy just kind of taps him on the shoulder and casts Lesser Restoration.
Oh,
Thomas,
ha, ha.
Thomas, you cannot make my NPC a furry. Please, don't do that. You can have him crush on anyone else, but not furries. Please.
What?
Look,
What
I'm just
inclusive are-
events are just happening, okay?
No.
I have no influence
I give
over
you
them.
full freedom with these boys. Just that's my one request. Please don't do that.
Hey, we
Please.
Lily,
accepting.
this is just the way the world. No, I don't.
No.
Chaotic evil.
No.
Okay, no, he's restored, and he
When
kind
your
of.
Yeah.
DM is chaotic evil.
No.
We are an accepting and inclusive community.
I kick Baron in the head.
Jesus Christ.
Nothing wrong with furries.
A few patrons see you kick Baron in the head. Baron, make me a dexterity saving throw to see if you can dodge getting kicked in the head.
Oh, yes. Guess what? I probably dodge it. 'Cause I got a dirty 20.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Okay.
Okay, Core, I want you to just roll to hit for me and see if it beats that dexterity saving throw.
No, it doesn't.
Okay. I would have
Wait.
accepted a natural 20. But anyway.
No,
Yeah, it's
Baron
like
does beautiful, beautiful pirouette. And then he spins Core around and he goes like, voila.
It's like capoeira.
It's
Yeah.
it's elegant in the strangest, most beautiful way possible.
Then,
But if
yeah,
you-
and thank you.
A few patrons do notice this, and kind of start cheering, "Fight! Fight! 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 Fight!" And looking over to the cage nearby, it seems like the fight that had gone on previously had already finished, and the participants are exiting out of the arena. One of them unconscious, being held. Prince is carried in the other's arms,
Oh my god, that's beautiful.
and the rink is
Keep
open.
it.
Should you care to indulge the crowd? Just saying that option is there.
Oh, I'm fighting him later. He points at Tamar.
Tamara's
Great.
looking around, kind of like trying to cover his face as if he doesn't know who you are. Doesn't seem like it's working.
Is what is the situation with the fighting?
Who are you asking?
To Tamar, maybe?
Okay.
Or no, Sugar. Sugar probably has a better idea.
Oh yes, let's talk to Sugar. Sugar's great.
If you want to fight, you just enter the cage when you want to go fight. You just go with whoever you're fighting. As long as it's consensual, it's all good.
Thank you for
Oh.
illuminating the situation, Sugar.
You're welcome.
Is it to the? It's not to the death, is it?
Oh, it's just however far
No.
you're willing to go,
Oh.
and then we
it
can
can
bet
be
on
to
it.
the death.
It can be. There is no limits. It is the black market after all.
Is there a prize or a? Or-
Satisfaction.
Not unless you bet on
That's-
yourself.
Oh.
You just have to find somebody who's willing to bet against you.
Oh.
That said, if you're thinking of throwing a fight, that sort of stuff is not condoned here.
I don't.
And
But
there's a
you
lot
can
of patrons
definitely
who
do
take issue with that. And he sort of cracks his
Oh.
knuckles underneath the counter, loud enough for you to hear, but you can't see him do it really.
He is the merchant from the first Frozen movie.
Yeah.
What did you call me? I will turn to Core and say,
hmm
I know we agreed on poker, but I can punch quite well.
Well, I personally would like to fight later in the night. Poker is a little bit more cerebral. I can definitely help you with this.
Okay. I have some cerebral skills. I have some punching skills. Maybe I'll wait until you've done your fight. See how it goes.
Sounds like a deal.
Okay. Let's go and play poker.
Tamar can play poker with us.
Look, there's no poker here tonight, but we have blackjack. Will you settle
Eh.
for blackjack? We also have
When did you
the
take
Connect
poker
5.
off the list? Is it because I beat you? We don't play poker down here anymore, do we?
I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, I don't recall ever losing to anybody.
I think
Except
I have
that
a portrait
man.
illustration of it.
And as he says as well, as he says that he doesn't have any recollection, you hear Sugar laughing behind him.
Has his losing streak got even worse since I left?
I mean, if
You'd
the
be
drinks are
disappointed.
that strong-
And he starts
The
walking
drinks are
away.
that strong. You're right, Driti. Do you know who he lost against? Sugar.
Oh, who he lost against?
Mm.
He lost against this one over here, I believe. Although you looked a
I
little
was
bit different
gonna-
last time you were here.
Oh no.
And he points at
It
Core.
does- Poke, 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 poke.
Unless
is-
you
I think he's referring to the other person he lost against. Maybe it wasn't as spectacular and memorable as my loss.
are you trying? If you're talking about the person that he won against,
He won against.
the one that
I mean, yes, sorry.
would have been a reason for him to be put on the hit list. Yes, okay. He would kind of acknowledge. He would think about that for a moment.
A full
Ah,
enough to challenge him.
you're talking about the loan shark, aren't you? And he looks at Tomar, and Tomar kind of is looking away at this point.
I look at him like he's the biggest idiot. Just. Period.
He's just scratching his head and it's like, yeah, no, he's inspecting the bar stool next to him.
Can I
with
duck
vigor.
down like into the bar stool and be like, why? Why did you do this?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Why? I keep like getting into his vision, just like why?
He kind of
Why?
gets up and he faces you face to face. Mano y mano.
It's like a 2-foot difference.
He's sitting down on the stool, so
Oh, then no,
yeah, then they're like about
less of a. He's just like.
there's less of a disparity. Look, I
Core
won.
would have gotten up on the stool to be the same.
Core, you know I play. I'm an honorable player,
Mhm.
and I won fair and square.
Insight check.
Insight check while you hear Sugar laughing in the background. You can do it with advantage.
Oh, advantage. Okay.
Yeah.
It was still pretty good. It was a 14 plus insight 5. 19.
19? He's lying. He cheated.
I just raised my eyebrows slowly. I'm like, why are you lying to me? Why?
Okay, I guess there isn't any point in lying to you, Core. You see through my facades more than most. Look, I thought
Just terrible lie.
maybe I could pay off one of my debts via a poker game.
The debt I left you in, or one of the many other debts?
That's part of it.
So this is technically my fault.
Yes.
Ah.
I'm still waiting for
I
that
guess
apology.
we're in this together. Anyway, shall we go have a game of blackjack?
Why don't we have a fight, you and I? Huh?
You gonna hit me?
Yeah, I'm gonna hit you.
You gonna hit me?
And Sugar is laughing in the background again as he hears this. Sugar, stop.
All right. I hold out my hand for him. Shake. Fight later after blackjack.
Only if you beat me.
If I beat you at blackjack,
Yeah.
All right.
Whoever can double their bets first wins.
Deal.
Alright, let's go. And to the table of the blackjack you walk with Tamar. Where is everybody else going? Is everybody else going to the blackjack table as well, or is everybody partaking in different events? There are other games
I was
should you
pretty-
choose to play.
I'm pretty sure I was supposed to be playing blackjack, but if that's now being taken by Core, then I will just go to
There
play
are multiple
Connect.
people who can play.
Yep, there's room.
Oh, I thought it was one
Yeah.
person. Okay,
No,
okay, okay.
it's a
Yes.
big game.
Now, there's a
I
dealer
don't,
and
I,
up to
I
6
don't
players.
know these
What's that?
boys at these things
Coaching.
at all,
I'm gonna be
but
coaching
I will
Jay.
do it.
You want to be poking...
Okay, coaching, coaching.
Oh, coaching.
This
Okay.
art that this art that I've
Oh,
drawn
this-
is spectacular and terrifying.
Oh my god,
So
okay,
let
show
me-
us.
It's not
I'm
quite
scared.
yet.
Not
Not
yet?
quite yet.
Okay.
Emma, stop
Fabian.
doing that.
This art is unbelievable. It's amazing. But I can't show
It's
you.
but I can't show you.
It is secret. Kind
This
of.
is the top. You just get the
It's a
top of
white
it.
screen. It's
just
a white
white.
screen.
Oh.
Is that
This
the
is-
portrait?
Oh my
I'm
god.
scared.
You can see the rest of it
I'm terrified.
What characters are they?
on my NSFW. No, it's
How are you carrying Daryl around?
it is the guy whose name begins with A.
Ah.
Avros.
It's just Avros.
It's
Gonna
just-
put.
Oh, it is Avros. It's Avros
Yeah.
and
Avros.
I don't know what Core looked like when he was in this relationship, so I just guessed.
No,
Oh
he's
my
still with
gosh.
Avros.
Yeah.
Sweet, I can give him better hair now.
Oh no.
This is why Avros is so gleeful when he's around Cora, and why Tamar is so salty.
Tamar has many reasons to be salty, right?
He has many
But-
reasons.
But Core is like, he's not.
This
is a
This is
portrait.
like Core trying to convince
Portrait,
him.
remember, it's not real.
Core isn't. He doesn't hate Avros. He doesn't dislike Avros.
Avros.
He's still trying to be his. Sorry, Tamar, I get their names mixed up.
Mhm.
He's just trying to be his mate. Definitely.
Sure. I believe that, Core. I don't know who you're talking to. Why are you referring to yourself in the third person? But
That's why he was salty about Sugar, because he's showing his affection in strange ways.
Oh my god, poor.
He was
And
salty
'cause
about
his
Sugar.
cat.
That was a great line.
That
I just
was
appreciate
really
that.
funny. Yes, I really liked it. It's
Oh my God.
beautiful.
Okay, so who's going to blackjack? Who's doing something else?
Just out of
I'll play
curiosity, what
blackjack.
are the other activities?
Yeah. I'm
There
gonna,
are- okay. Say again.
Wait, Thomas, how do you cheat?
How do you cheat?
Yes,
Because
how do you cheat?
Sleight of hand.
Yeah,
skills.
it's basically
yeah, I'm
okay.
gonna try
Yes, Queenie, sorry.
and do it for Jade.
What? Say it. You cut off.
I have really, really good sleight of hand. I should be fine if you tell me how to do it.
I will in just a moment. Queenie, what did you say?
I'm gonna try help Jade
I'm
by
talking to
Okay. So the way you can cheat at blackjack, unless you can think of an even more creative or just any other creative way, the way I would propose is that if you already have cards on you, then you can use sleight of hand to swap out the cards that you are dealt with cards that you have on
have
your
a
person.
playing card set. in
Before,
my
yeah.
equipment.
Sorry, Thomas, before I was actually talking to Queenie, saying, Queenie, I have really good sleight of hand. What we could do is,
Hmm.
you could be a distraction. So long as you let me know beforehand, you could be a distraction whilst I do the card swap. And I feel like you could be,
Yeah.
because I'm terrible at charisma, so if they call me out on it, there's no way I'll be able to lie. But if
Yeah.
you're there, maybe.
Yep.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
Yep. Virginie.
So Baron card set on him.
Yeah. So you'd be able to do it.
Sweet.
Alternatively, for somebody who's maybe not as dexterous, you could also count cards, possibly with investigation.
There is
I've
a
seen that,
way
that's
to
what I
prevent
meant.
that, which I have read up on as I was reading up rules, which is to split off part of the deck after it's been shuffled to make a card counting basically impossible.
Unless you saw how much was split off.
And
Yeah, if you know
accurately
the
guess.
exact amount, but that's done without your knowledge, kind of. So yeah, that's the idea. It's what it said
I
on
saw
the
an episode of
blackjack
Bones with someone.
card game rules. Where is it? Not dealing to the bottom of it makes it more difficult for professional card counters to operate effectively, is what it says here. The shuffle
Makes
and
it
cut...
more difficult, but not impossible.
Not impossible, so I would let you still do that if you'd like to. Now,
I think I'd try.
as for the other activities, there are other games if you'd like to do that. There is the fighting arena, there is the bar, there are the loan sharks, and there are just sort of tables as well if you'd like to interact with other people or just look for other people in general. A few more patrons have entered the area since you first entered. Maybe an hour or so has passed, and you would have noticed as well that as you're walking towards the blackjack counter and to wherever else any of you other fellow adventurers would like to go, there is a conspicuous, very obvious, non-subtle person in a big dark cloak who walks into the bar, or walks into the underworld, let's say, and sits at the bar, and looks at Sugar and seems to order a drink. Now,
Everyone's looking at Sugar.
he is dazzling.
I am more dazzling. Cora's just screaming inside his mind.
I thought you were gonna say I'm mortified.
I'm
I'm
cortified.
also
Cortified. Okay, so
That was
Jade,
terrible. I'm so sorry.
Core, and Baron, and Tamar, are you all going to the blackjack circle?
Yes.
Yep.
All right, Virginie, what are you doing?
Drudy's gonna head over to that cloaked individual.
Okay, you head over to the cloaked individual. So, let's do the blackjack first. So, you walk up
Yeah,
and you
boys.
see a dealer at the counter. Tamar walks up to the dealer, kind of nods, and the dealer kind of motions to him to wait just a moment, and you wait out the game that's playing to give Judy a little bit of time to do whatever Judy's going to do in a moment. Now, once your game begins, you sit down, and you are there. Tamara's there. Okay, Tamara, Core, Jade, and Baron, are you all playing?
Yep.
I'm just helping Jade cheat.
Okay. Thank you.
Helping by being a player as well, or are you just going to be near the table?
No, by being a distraction.
Because if you're near the table as a non-player, you will be escorted away from the table, which you would realize with your own intelligence as soon as you are asked by another player if you are a player at this table, motioning to the now 3 free seats aside from the ones that have been taken.
Wait, hold off a second.
So there are 6 seats free. 3 of them are taken by Tamara, Core, and Jade, and there are 3 left. And it seems like there are a few other players who are willing to play this game. So, if you'd like to play, you're getting the first dibs on the chair next to Jade. Otherwise, there are going to be 3 other random NPC players.
Who?
Do.
I'm not going to play, except now I'm just trying to think of a way to cheat.
Same. I'm looking at my spells like, huh.
Yeah, I'm like,
I'm gonna rely on my really good sleight of hand.
okay, what's a language that no one knows how to speak?
Do you have deep speech?
Okay, fine. I cast and I touch Jade.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, what are you casting?
And then we're going to be communicating in deep speech.
Okay, I think she casts tongues, right?
Okay.
Communicating to you via. What do I have?
We're talking in Jade. I don't know how you're going to do this inconspicuously, but go for it now. I'm curious.
Yeah. We're very inconspicuous. Oh my gosh! Wait! Thomas!
Yes.
I know exactly how we're going to do this inconspicuously. Let me take you back to my backstory description. Far traveler. Your accent, mannerisms, figures of speech, and perhaps even your appearance mark you all as foreign. I don't speak the language here. One of my flaws, which is written on here, is I pretend not to understand the local language in order to avoid interactions I would rather not have. All this tracks. I don't speak common, I only speak deep speech. But I really love gambling. Receipts! I love this. This is exciting. I'm excited.
Alright. You sit down at the table. Holy moly. Alright, so you sit down. Baron, if I'm understanding this correctly, you are not playing. So 3 other NPCs sit beside you. One of them is Leo, and 2 of the others are people that you haven't seen before. An inconspicuous sort of goblin sits nearby, or at least you think it's a goblin. It's hard to say. So it's kind of weird that a goblin would be this far out, or participating in a game of this nature. So it's maybe a disguise, is what you could gather from that. And a human woman at the end of the table. And the rest of you are all there. Core, Jade,
nodding at Aelin,
and Tamar. Now, the dealer is there. There's an orc. And he's there. He's got a business suit on. He's got sunglasses on so you can't see his eyes.
Is he a cute orc? That's the question we all want to know.
Orcs are kind of cute though.
It depends on kind of what you're into, but this is a sort of well-kept, sort of older orc.
Businessman orc.
Businessman orc. Kind of. That's
There's a show I really want to watch called Star versus the Forces of the Universe. And in
Yes.
background...
Do it. Watch it. It's good.
I've heard good things, and in it, one of the background characters is apparently the hot businessman, and I'm really intrigued by that.
It's such a crazy fun show, and there's a
I know, I've heard pretty good things.
decapitated talking unicorn head. It's good.
Oh no.
So you all sit down, and you're here at the table. There is one thing I'm going to get you to do as soon as you sit down, and the dealer takes the cards, shuffles them, and he's handing off the cards to split. So what I mean by this is, for those of you who know the rules,
no idea.
For the players of you, they would know the rules, and they would have been explained to all of you before you started, so you might have some understanding. is that the decks, which are 2 decks together, are going to be put together, shuffled, then handed off to one of the players at random, who is then going to section off the cards so that there's around 60 to 75 like unused, basically, and the rest of the deck, which is a small portion of the total 104 cards, will be played. So, as the business orc at the head of the table does this and starts to hand off the cards, Jade, I want you to roll a d4 for me.
D4.
Yeah.
2.
2?
Yes,
He looks like he's about to give you the deck, but then he gives the deck to an NPC beside you, who cuts the cards. Oh, actually, it's Lear. It's Lear who's sitting beside you, directly to your left, and the rest of the players are to the right of you. He cuts it. The rest of the deck is put into the dealer's pocket, and the remaining cards are put onto the table to be ready to be played. And he starts handing out cards.
Did he just put the rest of the cards in his pocket?
Yes.
Is there any way to roll a rough check to estimate how many cards he put in there?
Yeah, you can look at the rest of the cards that are left on the table.
Yeah.
And guess from that. Roll
Okay.
for me anything to do with
Voice.
math. So you can do an intelligence check,
Intelligence.
you
It's
can
my
do-
best skill.
investigation, or if you have any spell to count the cards somehow without him noticing.
I have a familiar who could look at them for longer. Could I do that?
What do you mean?
Can I get my familiar to take a look at the cards whilst I don't look like I'm counting them?
Oh, like that? You mean just like look at them from a distance?
Yeah.
You could, but then they would have to roll to see if they could count them without actually touching
Yeah, that's
them.
fine. But I'm guessing it might be a slightly lower save if it's the familiar. Like DC, I mean.
You would have to wait longer, but it would be essentially this. Yeah, it would be the same roll.
Okay, alright, I'll just try it with the familiar then.
Alright, so you try it with the familiar. The familiar gets the time to look at the cards. At this point, the cards are being dealt out of the deck. It's making it a little bit harder to
Investigation.
count them. But as this is happening, roll for me your choice of investigation, perception, insight, intelligence.
Definitely investigation. Core's really good at that.
Alright.
25. 19 plus 6.
Alright, you get a good enough idea of how many cards have been split. Closer to 75 than 60. Rather than it was 73. Yeah, it was 72. It's hard to say exactly, but that's the very precise ballpark that you get yourselves into. So you can probably count the cards well enough to know how many are no longer in the deck. Which
Gives me a jump start.
gives you a little bit of a start, yeah. Makes the math still pretty difficult, but you at least know that much. So you know that there are
Core's
certain
got
cards
his
that are
game
left.
face on. His math face.
The dealer deals out the cards. And I'm going to attempt to do this in real life, basically.
Really?
Well, I don't know if we'll need to, but let's just we'll see if we get to that. But let's say the dealer
That
hands
is
out the cards.
impressive dedication.
I'm gonna try. Okay, let me just very quickly. We're gonna
I believe in you.
We're gonna take a
Just wanna
moment
put that one out there.
to reread exactly how this works.
That's okay.
First of all, the dealer asks as he starts to get the deck. He asks, "Any bets?" And he looks to all of you.
I don't know how
Tamar
this
puts
game
down
works,
a bet
Thomas.
of 100 gold.
Thomas, I don't understand. I don't know.
Don't worry, I don't understand it either. It's gonna be great. We're gonna figure it out as we go.
I'll put down
help you cheat.
4 gold.
4 gold. You put down 4 gold. Tamar's put down 100.
Oh, I put down 40 gold.
40 gold. You're 40 gold down.
Can I cast minor illusion on 2 gold pieces to make them look platinum and then put them down?
Wait, but like, wouldn't they have because it's a casino? Wouldn't they have like?
This is the black market. Everyone cheats.
They do not
Yeah.
have chips here, if that's what you're about to ask, Quinny.
Oh, as in like, wouldn't they have some like counter to people making illusions and stuff? Because like that would be so common.
Maybe, but I'm not going to tell you about that. That's up to,
True.
I will say that if Core knows that, he won't do it because obviously I haven't been there before. But obviously Core has successfully cheated, so I'm
Okay.
acting
Sure.
like that's something he's done before.
You know
So
that
tell me if he hasn't.
the blackjack dealer, or the table, or whatever, has no way of knowing if you're casting any spells on it, or on the cards, or on the anything like that. However, that's not to say that that's also necessarily the case for all the other patrons who are there at the table with you. So, should anybody realize, any of the other players realize, that you are casting magic on either gold, or cards, or anything like that, a brawl might ensue.
Can I roll a deception check as I slide the coins over?
Sure. How are you trying to? Are you trying to deceive the fact that there's magic being used?
I'm trying to look like I haven't done anything. 'Cause
Okay.
It was that performance, or is it deception?
I'll let
Or
you
you
roll
could
sleight of hand.
the spell.
Yeah.
No one would see
Sleight
I
of
do
hand
that
the
as well.
spell is what I'm
if
going
you
to
want
get you
to.
to do.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm just kidding. Oh,
I'm less good at that, but 15 plus 6. No, not plus 6. Sorry, plus 1. I was looking at the wrong one. So it's not as good. It's a 16.
You do it, and you kind of very quickly glance at everybody to see how they're looking. And for the most part, it seems like
I was very happy when I saw the original plus, and then I realized that was the wrong one.
nobody has really noticed. But Leo kind of casts a look your way, but he doesn't say anything.
like start coughing because I feel like maybe.
And then he kind of immediately looks at Jade before looking back at the dealer.
Thanks, Jade.
Leo puts down his own bet of 50 gold, and the other two patrons put down about 60 gold each. And I think that's everybody. So, with your bets down, he hands out the cards. We're gonna do a split. We're gonna split up some cards. Okay, boom.
Oh my god.
That's how many cards have been split off. Whatever this number is, Core knows exactly. I don't know if it's exactly that, but that's the Core knows. Core knows the number.
Core's got the number.
Boom. He's 1, 2. I forgot these are Seinfeld cards. I have it's like George Costanza as the. I was gonna say as the Joker, as the Jack. Sorry, not the Joker. That's the J stands for something else. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, that's 6 cards, and the dealer does one for himself. The right side up. I think that then everybody else gets the face down one. So I think I'm doing this right. It's probably, if this is not Blackjack, then it's Black George. Okay, it's just a different game. What? There's 6 cards. Okay, cool. And then the dealer gives himself another card. Okay, so this is the
I'm
description.
scared because I don't have the luck feat, and I feel like something's gonna go wrong. But deep breaths.
Okay, it'll be fine. Okay, so this is like the
I
ace
also
is
have the luck feat.
the ace is Kramer. All right, so this is what you see. Okay, let me
Never
just
watched
remember.
Seinfeld.
You're not missing out
Sorry,
on much,
sorry.
but that's where I learned my English from when I was really
Yeah.
young. Okay,
That's cute.
so Tamar has a 4 and something.
Thomas,
Yes.
can I send my familiar around to see other people's hands?
What does your familiar look like again?
Was it a bird or a snake? Does anyone remember? It was one of those two.
You use the
I
snake when
feel
you were
like if you
inspecting
don't remember,
Featherbeard.
that's a bit shady, but I understand because I always forget my familiar.
I always forget. It's one of those two because he always makes it a snake or a bird.
Maybe
I
a
think it was a
snake.
bird because he sent
The
it.
last time it was a bird because of
Yeah.
the bomb.
True.
There we
Oh
go.
yeah,
So, see? Not shady. Someone else remembers. I just have a bad memory.
I thought it was a snake, but I think it's also I think it's a bird. Actually, now that Aelin says it's a bird, that makes a
I always
a lot
rely
more
on
sense.
Aelin. Thank you, Aelin, for your amazing
That's
memory.
me.
Yeah, man, okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say. That it sounded shady. I meant more like in the shade.
Mhm.
When Core said, I summoned my familiar, I was about to ask if he had summoned it as a new form or if it was still the bird.
He's never dismissed it.
Okay.
Kept it.
Yeah, okay, sure. There's a bird
Class
inside
dismissed.
as well. So you've got your bird. We'll get you to roll as the bird if we're doing this.
Can
That'll be
my
fine.
bird do a stealth check?
Yes, actually, do a stealth check with the bird.
I'm gonna switch dice because I feel like I'm gonna use Brian's dice. Don't
Alright,
do
go
me
for it.
dirty, Brian's dice.
Can I just start like yelling and deep? I don't know the bird is doing this. I'm just trying to find a way to give you advantage, but I can't.
Do you want to distract someone?
I can.
You
Wait,
can?
how far away is the bird?
Not too far.
Can I
enough
cast
to see the
Pass Without a
hands.
Trace?
Oh,
Can I,
hell
so
yeah.
we all get advantage on stealth checks, sleight of hand.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, I'm just gonna be like,
Wait.
I'm gonna like talk to Baron in deep speech. Like, I'm gonna just talk to you in deep speech, so it looks like we're having a conversation while I cast this.
Alright, I'm gonna roll.
And
That's
the
what it
dealer
sounds like.
looks at you,
Like-
Jade, and says, "Hey, no talking to the other patrons.
I'm just
If you,
Plus
okay, I'm
10,
gonna have to
right?
cut you off there. If you talk anymore, you'll be removed from the table. I hope you understand.
Wait.
This is your final
you tell-
warning.
my word to Baron was gonna be, tell him you're my translator. I don't speak common.
A translator. This young man doesn't speak common.
Roll for
So
me
that's
a
so-
ooh. Roll for me a I like the idea, so I won't give you disadvantage, but I'm not going to give you advantage because of the crazy nature of this. So roll for me a deception check.
I've already rolled the stealth, so I'm just gonna hold those for now.
Okay,
Oh.
I'm gonna find a way.
What was it, Quinny?
24.
24. Oh!
20.
He's deceived. Oh. My sincerest apologies. I didn't mean to insinuate you were cheating or anything like that. I understand completely.
So Emma, pass without trace is +10, right?
Yes. Sorry, it's not advantage. It's +10.
Plus the actual stealth.
Yes.
stealth
So
plus
your
10.
original stealth, do all those adds, and then add 10 to it.
So then it's +1 +10, which makes it 24.
Yeah, nobody knows there's a burden here.
No one knows.
It's very stealthy. You're keeping it. You're wheeling your way through. You're making it very inconspicuous.
I want to see people's hands.
Alright, so you can see. Now, the way the table works is you can see everybody's hands in the sense that everybody has 2 cards, one of which is face up, and the other one is face down. And people are checking their face down cards. You have to go behind, or very close to, the players somehow to see the card that's upside down on the table, because they're going to be close to their chests. So you're
Fly,
going to describe
birdie,
to me
fly.
how you're going to be doing it, because it won't be
You know, like the
visible from...
sparrows in Melbourne are like flit around like the convenience stores. I want
Yeah.
the bird to do that.
Okay, it can flitter around, but you can't get a good vantage point from being on the ground.
No,
You'd
no,
have
birds
to,
can fly
sure, but there's no. Where do you want to fly to? Because it's
around
a case.
the table.
Okay. I'm going to say that you'd be able to get a good vantage point of the cards that Tamar has on his side, and the one patron on the very edge of the other side of the table. Because those you can see from the side view, but everybody else is being kind of blocked. You'd only be able to see those cards if you were somehow where their chest cavity is, looking directly in. Or
At
on
least I can
either
see
of their
Tamar's.
shoulders. So if you can get on somebody's
What you
shoulders.
don't know is that Core can enter people's chest cavities at will.
Ew.
But... Jeez. You
Is
never
that
know,
what you're drawing?
if you're trying to... If you're
Definitely.
trying to get the bird to sit on somebody's shoulder, you could do that. With your stealth, it's very likely that you won't be spotted, but you don't know necessarily until you've tried it. There's
So
your
I can
options.
see Tamar's cards and I can see the patron who's not Leo.
Yeah, the patron on the very far side, which is
And
the
then there's just
the
Leo
woman at the
and
end.
Jade and Drudy.
Leo, Jade,
Drudy's not
Drudy,
playing.
yourself, and one other NPC. There are 6 in total. Who you
Can
can see half
I-
their cards.
Can I get the bird to hop
Yes.
onto not Leo's shoulder? Because Leo's a cat and I feel like Leo wouldn't like birds.
I thought you were going to say Leo's a coward.
Leo's a coward!
He's
Ooh,
a coward.
bold words! Sorry, Vishri, what were you going to say?
I was going to say Drudy's not actually around the table.
Oh, yeah, Vishri, you're not there. The people
Okay.
are from side to the end. We've got, let me just remind myself mostly. We've got, in order, from the dealer's point of view, from the left to right, from everybody else's vantage points from right to left, it's Tamar, then it's Core, then it's Jade, then it's Leo, then it's whoever was in this seat, the random NPC, and then the lady at the very end. So, and if you'd like to see your cards, actually, I can do this so that you can see your own cards.
Mm-hmm.
As well as, what is this document? Is this very important? Kind of. I will put my dice mat on top of this document and point my camera down.
Okay.
Can you? This is kind of visible. Okay. So yeah, you see this. Okay.
So who's who?
Okay. Let me just move this to the side.
I
my
vaguely know how to play
This
this
is
game.
this is the
This is
silliest thing.
beautiful.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so here's what we have. You've got.
I have no idea how
You
to play this game.
Like,
but I
Core's,
like
okay,
Pack of
Core.
Cards.
This is Core. That's you. No,
I
it's
can't
not
see
Core.
that.
That's okay. This is a. Oh my god! If you double click my webcam, it'll full screen it. Also, this
Okay,
one's
I'm going to double click your webcam.
It's very blurry. Oh, I want the ace. Anyway.
Okay, so hold on. So this one over here, that's Tamar. Then you've got Core over here. You've got a Jack of Hearts and a
Jack
random
means a
card
10.
that I can
Jack
show you.
means a 10, right?
Yep, Jack is.
Yeah.
Yep. And aces, you can. Wait, hold on. Is Jack?
It can be a
yep.
1 or an 11, depending on what you prefer.
Yeah, aces are 1 or
Yeah,
11.
you can do it.
Yeah, you do remember. Then here is Jade, random page. Oh, wait. Yes. Oh yeah, this is, okay. Jade is here. NPC. No, Leo is. Jade is the Jack. NPC is the Ace. Another NPC is here.
Okay.
And then this is the lady. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay. So, how would you like to go about doing this? Now, it goes from left to right, so Tamar goes first, and he's going to check his hand, and he's not going to show any of you.
I can see his hand though.
Yeah, you can see his hand with the bird. So you can see that he's got a queen. This is like...
queen.
This is such a jank game, but we're making it work, okay.
It's 14, okay.
So he's out. He's way out.
I'm not good at this game, but okay.
Yeah. So he's out. Well, actually, wait. Is every
You can say
He's gonna
pick me as
hit
the
it.
dealer.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
hit.
So he does this
Tamar's
motion.
fine.
He does that. He taps it twice with his fingers, which means that he wants another card dealt.
Mhm.
I forget. Do you have to turn these over? I think you do. You have to
I
go like.
finished the art, by the way.
No, you don't.
Oh my god, I want to see. Quick.
Oh yeah. Show us.
No,
I'm
Emma,
gonna-
post it to the
I'm
thing.
gonna post it. Yeah.
Okay, post it.
Honestly.
I'm gonna. Once you post it, let me know. And I'm gonna pop it up. I'm gonna pop this thing. Pop the bad boy
I
up.
don't think you want to see it.
I do want to
quite
see it. It's going on.
Okay. Hang on.
It's the
I'll give you take this moment to
So
take a deep breath and memorize your cards, everyone.
Wait.
Wait. Okay.
Time. God.
Load. It's not too large. Yes.
Do you?
Here.
Did you post it? I see
I
650. I can't consider it. Like, it's fine. Wait, hold on.
I'm so
Oh my-
artistically skilled. This is exactly what I need to be doing with all of my life.
This is
This is
incredible.
the first art of Jade that I've drawn since the actual art that's my camera. Just so you know, it's actually there. You go. That's it.
Wow, this is beautiful.
That's amazing. That is really
Thanks, guys.
This is amazing.
Yeah,
Wow.
so I hope you notice that the ropes are in an A on his chest.
Oh, what?
Because
my
I was
God.
inspired.
That's
And I've
amazing.
changed.
Also,
I've changed.
Avros Quantum. This is
Oh,
amazing.
Emma, I'll
This is
say
incredible.
one tiny thing. Avros is
Yeah.
a high elf. He has really pointy ears.
Okay.
The
Not
only
in this
reason.
fantasy, he's not. Apparently.
I really
Oh,
like the back of
I'll
Jade's
edit.
outfit, actually.
Yeah, this is
Yes,
good.
I
Yeah.
actually thought it was a shame this looked so good because it's this.
That's amazing. That's so good. Why does he look like a Greek statue?
Because I looked at pictures of a Greek statue for reference. I'm glad you.
Okay.
The only difference is that I moved the fabric. Anyway,
So let's say in this fake game of blackjack, you don't actually have to say you don't have to flip your card up. He just goes like this. He's just like, boom, hit me up. He wants another card. The dealer's gonna slip him a card, and he's gonna look at that card, and then
Wait, Thomas, before he turns his card, can I?
he doesn't
make
actually turn it.
Yeah, before he turns his card, can I use minor illusion? 14 plus 6 plus to make it a 7.
Wait, he's not gonna turn it though. He doesn't turn it
No,
around.
but I can do this without seeing it.
Okay, so you just change it to. Oh wait, so before he sees it.
Because otherwise he'll know.
Oh, okay. So that's before even you see it.
Yeah.
Okay, to make it a 7.
Yep.
That okay? Shoot. He flips it over. He's like, okay. Oh shit! And I win. Wow. So, oh, he like laughs to himself in disbelief almost. They didn't have to cheat at that. And how does this work? If he has a natural, what is this called? He like takes everybody's money. I think. Oh my god, I forget how this
Oh.
works.
My money. I
Naturals.
turn to Core and say, "Is it good that he has now?"
If a player's first 2 cards are no, wait, sorry. Natural action. No. Okay, no, never mind.
just
He just has an
Okay.
unnatural blackjack.
I trust Core with my life, and I say I will put down more money next time.
So, yeah, he wins the money. Boom. That's it. That's the end of the game. And the dealer sort of clasps his hands. That was quick.
Okay,
That was a lot of work.
it was great, Thomas.
Wow.
That was
Wow.
good. It was good immersion, actually.
Yep, we really did play.
Okay, so that was a lot of preparation for a blackjack game that didn't need to take that long, but Tamar basically wins and he takes all the money. Everybody pulls their money in. Your money goes in as well. Take note of however much you lost. And
$2.
Tamar smiles.
40 gold. I don't.
Can I just
understand.
summon my bird to come and sit on my shoulder and then look at Tamar like,
Yes, and he kind of immediately begins to frown. And he's gonna look at his card again. And he's gonna very quickly turn his cards over and like flick them into the pile of cards that everybody else left. And hold on, I'm gonna need a roll for the dealer, man. Oh shit, okay. The dealer starts packing the stuff away. He starts getting ready for the next round, and it seems like the patrons, including Lear there, who now looks a bit tired, as if he's been exhausted by that one single round, remain. Do the rest of you continue playing, or are you guys going?
Tamar, can I talk to you?
I'm gonna go
Yes,
play
you can talk
Connect
to me.
4.
And you go play Connect 4. Verdrini! It's your turn. You are at the bar with this mysterious figure who's sitting down.
Ooh.
He's got a drink. He's ordered some sort of weird, sparkly, tall, blue drink with an umbrella and a lemon wedge. But he otherwise looks very menacing with his cloak.
Look at this art again.
What would you like to do? He doesn't notice you. They don't notice you.
And just to clarify, Tamar said that that someone wearing a hood was.
Yeah, very suspicious looking person wearing a hood. This seems to match that description closely enough.
Excuse me. Don't mean to be a bother, but I was wondering about some perhaps business you have conducted.
He takes a long sip from his tall, sparkly glass. And he slams it down. And then he does like a very dramatic kind of swooshes audibly over. He turns his head towards you. And you can only see his eyes. His glowing, faint eyes. His entire hood covering him in darkness. You can't tell exactly what's going on, but some sort of magic concealing his face entirely.
But they are intense eyes.
They are intense eyes. They are very intense. Okay. Green eyes, in fact, actually, which is it's the only notable feature you can see about this person. And he stares at you for a little bit before saying anything. Business? What kind of business? And he takes another sip.
Sorry, that's me laughing. Trudy is not having any expression. Trudy is also not intimidated. That's
okay. All right.
But perhaps in the she pulls out the note and just kind of shows it to him.
My word. Where did you get this?
The recipient of said note. But I would like to bought it.
You would like to know the name of the client who purchased this? From who? Or who do you think I am? Why have you come here? Do I look like somebody in the business of forging notes? Pardon me, I didn't hear you over the sipping of my drink. What did you say?
I don't know, are you?
Well, maybe I am. But it is not polite, let's say, in this society to dob clients into whoever you might be.
Was perhaps your client injured? Because that was business.
My client did not look injured when they requested it from me. But I've already said too much. I cannot reveal any more information. Not for free. There's a price for everything. How may I help you?
Of course there's a price for everything.
Yes, there is. So what are you offering? What would you like to bid for the information that I could bestow upon thee? And he looks back towards the bartender. Sugar, could I please get another one? And he turns back to you.
I will buy it for him.
You're waiting for Sugar to come back.
Mm-hmm.
But all right. And you wait for a moment, and Sugar comes back with another very tall blue glass lemon wedge, little umbrella. This mysterious hooded man keeps the umbrella from the first drink and eats the lemon roll from the first drink, and he starts devouring the second. So make me an offer. What would you like for the precious information that you are after? Stares at you intently.
Drity says, I'll owe you a favor.
Oh, a favor, you say? Could I get that in writing, perchance?
Only if you tell me first.
Sure. Well, I'll tell you what.
Sorry, I could just see Emma's stress.
As a deposit, as a sort of deposit, I would like to see an example of your signature first before I tell you any information. And he slips out a blank piece of paper in your direction, and then
My
a quill.
signature.
I would just like to see what it looks like. Like I said, a deposit, if you will. For I will then tell you all that you wish to know, so long as you sign in writing that you will owe me one favor.
Can I do like a history check or like an arcana check as to the implications of what?
Okay.
Thank you, Emma. I see it. I see it.
Rodridi is pretty smart.
I'm a DM, Aelin. You're a DM. You know what's gonna happen.
Nice. Look, it's totally fine. Nothing could. It's nothing.
A favor
could go
is
wrong.
not a soul. A favor is not a soul, but a name is something else.
Look, any assumptions that you could make about what the implications of this could be, I'm gonna leave up to you, Aelin.
Okay.
I'll let you be the best judge of this, for Rodridi's sake.
Okay, so Driti signs Rudri as opposed to her full name.
Okay. Roll for me a deception check with advantage.
Awesome. Okay.
This is now interesting implications.
That is a straight 11 on both dice.
Okay. He inspects it for a while, but he seems to nod.
She has two signatures, by the way. She has a doctor's note signature and a proper signature.
So he nods. He nods as if he's accepting this. And he takes the paper and slides it into his coat pocket. So, what would you like to know about my 3 clients who simultaneously ordered this note?
3 clients.
Yes, 3 clients. It was a trio that ordered this note to be made. Ask away.
What?
So did you say something?
Who are they? Yes, who are they?
Who are they? Well, I don't really know. You're going to have to ask a more precise and specific question than just, who are they? For I do not know their names, nor where they come from. Only that they have a pristine collection of gold, which I'm very interested in. And I was very interested in, and they paid me very, very well. In fact, I kept one of their nice, lovely coins. And he pulls out of his coat pocket a very pristine, very clean, unimaginably clean gold piece. As if freshly minted.
I have put this together. Has Driti seen the coins before?
Nope, not unless one of the other PCs have kept one of the coins that they found in Frahilla Atoll and shown Rodri. Which I don't know if anybody has, or if anybody has even really brought that up. But that's up to the rest of the players to decide.
Can she inspect the coins?
You can inspect the coin that he's holding. You can roll an investigation check, but he's not going to hand it to you.
Oh yeah, no, just a very close visual inspection.
Yep.
Okay. that. 6 plus. That's a 10.
10? It looks like it was very... It looks very good. It looks like it
Looks
hasn't been
like
handled very much at all.
Okay.
Very pristine. I was paid very, very well for that forgery. Much more so than my usual letters go for. And for such a simple letter, I was very confused.
Do you know where this client is currently staying?
This client...
Or have anything Find
I
return
don't
business.
know where they're staying. But I think I know that they're looking around this city. At the moment, I think. The client mentioned something about wanting his horse back.
Ruh-roh.
Core has that, doesn't he?
Cortez.
Hee-hee.
But that seemed like such a silly question. I directed him to the stables, but he shook his head. In the way that somebody who knows a lot more about certain situations does. I can at least understand that much, and I did not pray. Why is this client of any concern to you, might I ask?
Because the letter that was forged arrived at my temple.
To your temple, of all places? I'm certainly not sure why.
And not the, say, hospital where someone could get treatment.
Well, it didn't seem like the client was interested in treating, or having anybody treated, including himself, from what I could tell. I couldn't see him very well, for he was also covered, much like I. I do not know what business he is here for, but there is something about this client that did strike me as a bit odd. I'm not necessarily a magic user myself, or very proficient in the arcane arts, but this individual did strike me as somebody far more powerful than I've ever encountered. And if you're after this individual, then it amuses me so, but I would advise against pursuing this case, let's say. Although I shall not stop you, if you choose to do so.
There are vulnerable people in the temple. I would rather find this person than have come to a place where people could get hurt.
Look, the whole nature of my business is I get paid, I make a note, I make a forgery here and there. As far as notes and documents are concerned, I can do that. I don't usually ask why people are making certain documents. As far as this document was concerned, and he looks at the one that you're holding, this didn't seem too bad or too nefarious for me to decline such a generous gold offering. As far as why this person is going there at the time that they may be, or whoever may be, I am not sure. I can only tell you what I know about what happened with me and that client that day.
Perhaps for your own safety, you might like to back.
To do
So
what?
that it cannot be traced to you.
Second, you cut out for like a tiny bit in the middle.
Drudy said, perhaps you might like this note back so that it cannot be traced back to you.
He looks at you and he looks at the note and he feels a little bit dumbfounded for a second. Wait a minute, how did you find me? And at this point, as he asks that question, we're going to cut back very, very briefly to one person in particular. We're going to come back to Core. Core.
Me.
You, at this point, are the only person to hear something as a rumbling sort of starts to fill the venue. First, very subtle, and not many people notice it.
Not good.
But you start to. As you look around, you hear in your ear, I want my horse back. And at that very moment,
Shit.
the ceiling begins to cave in. As debris starts to fall and people start to freak out and flee the venue, a giant, familiar looking, by the way, Emma, your microphone is muted in case you're saying stuff.
I'm just saying, I'm just exclaiming in horror
I saw the silent exclamations.
as I redraw Core's face nicer.
You see a very familiar
It's got to look hotter.
but strangely different face. Well, face is maybe face is a bit of a stretch. You see a giant Zorn fall through the ceiling
Ah.
Oh,
with a
no.
different sort of gaze in its eyes to the one that you encountered on the ship. Although this one very much does look like the one on your ship.
I immediately cast invisibility on myself.
Alright. And as you do that, and the Zorn falls through,
Double check that.
crushing a few stands beneath it. Yes, Verdridi?
During the distraction of the Zorn, can Druidi attempt to pull the note with part of her name out of the pocket?
I do have that.
Roll me a sleight of hand.
With advantage because distraction?
I would normally say... Yeah, with advantage. With advantage because of distraction.
Okay. That is
We've been like
How much?
scrambling. This is great.
15.
15? Ooh. Okay, let me just check something.
We've been absolutely scrambling for advantage, and I think it's just so beautiful to see a team really come together like that.
Yeah. Alright, so you pull out a note, and you don't really get time to check if it's the right one or not, but you have a feeling that it's probably the correct one with your name on it. Out of the man's pocket. And as you do that, and as the Zorn falls into this area, it has now been a couple hours, into the night, and patrons start to flee, you all face forward, looking at the Zorn that you do recognize, all of you. This is definitely the Zorn from the ship. But with a strange, sort of unnatural looking gaze, looking at all of you, with ferocity and hostility, as if about to perform an attack. And that is where we will end the session today.
Oh my god.
What? Oh, what? Where did the fucking time go? No!
That's it.
Ah!
Oh,
Damn it.
oh.
I wanted to... No, Thomas! We have to wait 2 weeks.
That's the killer, isn't it?
Oh, that's a spicy one.
Thomas, this was phenomenal. I really liked this game. I really liked this game.
We are
Stop.
in DM torture territory. I thank you for bearing with my Seinfeld deck of playing cards.
Good.
I could not find a different deck of cards anywhere. As this stupid Seinfeld deck.
I think it's okay. The fact that you pulled out a full-on like blackjack game in the middle of a D&D
Yeah.
is beautiful to me.
Yeah.
That was maybe a bit too ambitious. Not gonna lie,
It was exactly the kind of energy we need in this team.
Yeah, it was.
Do we have any allies down there with us? Do you think Sugar will fight with us?
I'll fight with
You
you.
have as far as you know, the NPCs that you've met, you've got
Dariel.
You have
No.
Dariel tied up, completely tied up and bound. You have the very shady, somewhat incompetent forgesman that Druida interacted with. You've got Tamar down there. You've got Leo down there.
Tamar won't fight with us, I have a feeling.
Tamar,
At least-
come on.
At least Avros will stay alive to tell our tale.
Avros would
Turn it into
100%
a...
get
he'll
into a
turn it
fight
in-
that he could not win.
He'll turn it into a 50 Shades of Grey-esque romance
Oh,
novel
no.
somehow. He's a fiend, everyone.
But for everybody who oh my god, thank you for the 15
Tamar will
bits.
stay.
Sneaky rogue
I'm
thief.
sure he's a good
And
guy.
for watching. Thank you to everybody who subscribed and followed the stream. Appreciate you very, very much. Lots of love. Thank you to everybody who watched and who followed. It's gonna be on YouTube very soon-ish. We'll be back in 2 weeks from now at the same time as usual. We'll be back tomorrow for Emma's game. What? At the same time as well.
Whoa.
3 hours earlier than now, I think, roughly.
Yep.
Which will also be on next week. So there'll be a whole heap of D&D content for all of us to enjoy. So no worries for the shortage. But the shiny boys and the giant Zorn from the ship will be back in our 20th session. Which feels like it should be way further along, but it's just been a long
Nice.
time since we've been playing because of the 2 weeks every
Yeah.
time. But it's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we've made it
For
to
the
this point.
game tomorrow, I think it's the last recap session next week. be back into the second half. With
Don't
perhaps-
jinx it, Emma. Don't jinx it.
No, it's definitely the end.
Okay. It's gonna
We
be
will
good.
play as
It's
long
not
as
the end. It's just a
off.
The end of
Oh, for the
brief
recaps.
array of different sessions.
Emma keeps trying to end the DC, and we're like, no.
No, it will. I do not. I only try and end the NPC's love.
Oh!
You can't kill Loran or Saraza. It's just not going to happen.
No.
See you tomorrow then. I'm in self-isolation right now, so not leaving Twitch Lamau.
Oh wait.
Oh,
Oh, shit. Are you
boy.
seriously in self-isolation?
No, that was a comment, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no!
That's the thing, isn't it?
Person.
Dude,
Stay strong.
so for anybody watching, I work at a grocery store, and man, people have been insane. Like, absolutely crazy.
I couldn't buy hand soap today. I had to buy bar soap because all the
It's
hand
impossible.
soap is
It's
gone.
impossible. That stuff gets sold out while it's being brought to the aisle before it's actually even, like, split up.
I hate bar soap.
My grandparents, because they're running out of toilet paper, are also like turning into customers basically, but they're just like asking me off my work time, like, Thomas, can you steal toilet paper for us? It's like it doesn't work that way. We as staff don't actually get dibs on it.
So in my situation at the moment, I'm a teacher, and in Japan they've closed all of the schools. But I still have to go in because naturally the fact that schools have toilet paper and hand sanitizer stockpiled has made us immune to coronavirus. So we just go into school and I just get to like go outside and
Use the
be
toilet
around people every day who don't wash their hands. My co-workers don't wash their hands after they get to the loo.
Why not? That's gross.
I don't know.
That's
I'm in the
That's really
bathrooms and I'm
gross.
just like I can just hear them leaving and I'm just like
Do you think they
Are you
sanitize their hands?
I think they sanitize their hands and I'm like
That's still not good enough.
I worked in a call center that was closed after
not all
someone
of them,
getting it.
just
Jeez.
some particular ones who sit near me and I'm just like please no.
Just put up like perspex walls around you.
Yeah. Also, I just want you all to know I've made Core prettier.
Ah, he's so pretty.
Aw, that's really nice. Oh my god! I'm
So
enjoying
I
this.
know. I think I'm gonna actually go and back in and do this seriously now because I quite like it.
I really like it. It's good art.
Pretty good. I'm
Good
glad you guys are
dynamic.
enjoying it.
I really wanted to draw a version of that meme I posted. Where is it?
Yeah,
I like
back here.
it.
Avros, Core, and Tamar.
please do it.
Oh,
Jade
Tamar
is
okay.
can't leave
Crushed
because
beneath them all.
wait, we need to add Jade. It's a quadruple
Oh,
no.
with a platonic
Actually,
Jade.
also,
Yeah,
I've-
but a platonic jade is in
A
every
platonic jade.
every. There is a platonic jade in every relationship.
platonic Jade.
We
Okay.
can have Jade like sitting in the corner growing mushrooms. That's what he.
Yeah, like that Tumblr thing. Have you seen this boy?
It's just Tamar holding up Avros and Core, and
Oh,
Jade just
man.
like.
There are, by the way, two campaign-related things that I
Jade is
forgot
the
to tell you
shortest in that relationship.
when we initially reached
Not
Capital.
with Core.
We
So,
don't cat Core. He's
two
always
things.
the shortest.
One, if you need to send
I'm
messages,
6
there
foot
are post
7.
offices.
How tall is Avros?
Oh wait, no, Avros is 6'4".
Hey,
Yeah,
Avros is pretty tall. Avros
Sorry.
is tall.
Yes, you.
Sorry. I thought Jade was 6'2" for some reason.
I'm 6'7". That's Baron.
Jade is super tall. The only person taller right now, I think, around is Leo.
Core likes tall people.
That's why.
Yeah, and Virginia's sister. Wait, Virginia, how tall is your sister again?
Druidy's sister Aurea is 6'7", not including her horns.
Ooh.
Fuck off.
7 down.
My high ponytail. My high ponytail.
It
Hey
is
guys,
the kind of
Core is
contest.
5 feet. You'll always be taller than Core. Jade will always feel
Yeah.
validated around Core.
However, if Jade's feeling self-conscious, Dyron is only 5'10", so
There you go. Only 5'10".
little
Almost,
brother.
like almost as short as Loran.
That's my IRL height.
Oh,
I am 5'10" IRL. Yes.
I'm 5'5".
You're the same height as Loran, Thomas. How do you feel?
I feel like an energy has been bestowed upon me.
He's a little bit taller.
He's a little bit. Yeah, Loran is a little bit taller.
Okay.
He has some heels.
He has some
It's
heels.
canon. It's canon.
Fair.
Loran wears 3-inch heels to make himself 6'2".
Who is the tallest NPC we've met, Thomas?
In this campaign,
Sugar,
Yes.
right? No, Leo.
Leo is, I think, Leo is 7 feet tall.
Oh no,
Okay.
because Tamar's 7 feet tall. So
Yeah, they're the same
Leo
height.
and Tamar.
I want to
Sweet.
draw art of Tamar just because he's so tall
Yeah,
and Core
he's
is so
very tall.
small, and it would be really funny.
Wait
Yeah.
until you.
Leo is like very wide as well.
Bronze. Well, now that I've dropped the name,
Yeah.
my fun thing of going around to markets and asking for bronze is going to be obsolete. But it was always my headcanon that Jade just goes around to markets and bronze.
Bronze.
But
Anyone?
bronze is the name of Jade's friend from the temple, and he's
Ex-friend.
over 8 foot tall because he's a big monument.
Huge.
Huge.
Absolutely.
Is it bronze monument?
Bronze monument and jade statue.
Mm.
Yeah.
There's some
Great,
interesting
yeah.
stuff there. Wait, okay. Two campaign things. One, there are post offices that send messenger pigeons and stuff like that out if you want to send messages. I forgot to mention that earlier.
Cool.
Also,
Cool.
there are in the world, generally for the most part, no large teleportation circles in between cities or places. However, there are teleportation circles to the Feywild, one of which is in capital.
Judy, let's go home.
They are generally
Yeah.
in big cities. And if you'd like to inspect it, it's there. It's around the academic district, which is nearby where you guys were walking anyway. It's kind of near the marketplaces. So that is an explorable location. I just totally forgot to mention it and only realized it as I was replanning this session.
Thank you, Thomas. Thomas, I have two really good arguments for why Tamar should fight with us. Do you want to hear them?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
One,
excited.
There's no way that he's going to be able to pull off this bank heist by himself. He definitely needs Core alive for that. And two, we have yet to go to the tribunal over Penny.
The tribunal over Penny!
Tribunal.
Oh my god.
I am impressed with the lengths you will go to for this dog, and I understand how being a dog owner of my own.
He's a good boy.
It's good, it's good.
Best boy.
Yes.
Huh.
We need to have a long discussion about the dog. That will all, of course, be played out in game.
Yep.
If that is going 100% in game, you can hire lawyers. Quinny, I'm gonna need your assistance in scripting up some
Quinny,
stuff.
I'll get my dad on. Quinny can defend one and my dad can defend the other.
Oh my gosh! Yeah. That's so beautiful. I was gonna say it's like in the Adventure Zone, the new in Graduation, where they literally like made Griffin go and invent a law system for their town, like on the fly, which I just thought was beautiful.
Although it wasn't Thomas's excuse that
Not
we
Griffin,
can't go to,
Travis.
we can't go to the lawyers because both Core and Tamara are wanted by the law.
They're not well, you don't know if they're
oh.
both wanted, but
They're both not friendly with the law.
Yeah,
Although
it seems
Core
like
can become anyone he wants, so.
true.
I'm a wanted man.
But it's kind of
Also, third reason, Tamar owes Core because Core just won him a blackjack game, and he knows it. He definitely knows it.
He might consider it as like partial repayment. He still hasn't gotten his apology.
Exactly. That's why he did it. Partial repayment.
Partial repayment.
And that was explained
You'll
in
have to-
full off screen.
We'll have to do some persuasion rolls, I think. But I like your
I'm very
ideas.
persuasive. I'm very persuasive. I have a +5.
With all that in mind, if you do choose to talk to him about that, I will give you persuasion advantage if you'd like to do that. So we'll keep that in mind.
Talk
for
to
next
him
game.
whilst we're running from the zone. By the way, Tamar, I really think you should fight with us.
If you manage to run from the zone.
Let me present you this 10-point plan on why you should fight with us.
Yeah, Core just pulls out like a scroll. By the way, I've been preparing this.
So
I'm about to destroy this man's whole career. Just like,
Oh, he already did that.
Oh man. All right, that was fun.
That was really
I'm looking
good.
forward to tomorrow, dude. I love double D&D games.
They love double D&D.
this is my triple D&D day. And then the next time we're playing this, I'll have a quadruple D&D day. because
Quadruple, holy moly!
I'm playing Lincoln's campaign 2 days in a row because next week it's been called off, and then your game, and then our game. So
Jeez. Oh,
I know.
oh.
I play a lot of Dungeons and Dragons.
You can never
campaigns.
play too much though.
3
True.
campaigns, yeah. 2 are once a week, and this one's once every 2 weeks.
We have to do the rest of Aylin's one-shot one day.
At one point, yeah.
Yeah. You know that Steffi's moved to Sydney?
I have not.
So-
I had not known this.
So, like, we're gonna be in all different cities. Except me and Thomas, as usual.
Yep.
If
For
I
now.
play, then we'll have even different countries.
But you have to meet
Okay.
Valis, so yes, you have to play.
Yeah, I have to meet Valis so I know
True, true.
if we ever meet him in game how to play him. Well, as a child, children are different.
Yeah, because I'm playing
Yeah.
Valis after he's had a child with his wife. So far in the
Waifu.
future. Yeah, his wife.
Children
Wait.
change people.
Yeah. Okay.
He loves his child. He loves
Right.
his wife.
Yeah. I love my wife.
I love my wife.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay. thank you very, very much for making time to play this game. I appreciate you all very, very much. Love you heaps.
Thank you, Thomas, and thank you, Emma, for the art.
Thank you.
That's okay. I'm gonna make it even better.
It's wonderful.
Come back for more.
I'll come back for more.
Yeah.
And thanks to everybody for watching. Appreciate
Thank you.
Yes,
all of
thank you.
Thank you.
Can't say. Yeah, so exciting. I love this game.
Alright,
I just
bring
wanted
this
See
to
screen
most
up.
of you guys tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Queenie, see you soon. Stay safe.
Yeah.
Stay
Yes.
safe.
Yeah, we all
What
should.
was
Yeah.
that upsetting noise? Actually, I shouldn't. I've known you for long enough. I shouldn't question it. I shouldn't question the noises.
That'll be good. Okay, I'm gonna love you and leave you guys, and we'll catch up tomorrow, same time, for some Dragon Ball Z. It's gonna be good.
Yep.
You.
I love
Alright.
Dragon Ball Z. Bye, guys. See ya.